Just
Leo.
giving
Yeah.
everyone a
Leia, go
second
ahead.
here
There you
to.
go. No, go ahead. I'll like go over and just the teacher's pet thing and like pat the head of
Yeah,
the front of the class.
yeah.
Yeah.
This one at first was like kind of like who wants the stick today, and then slowly it's converging back to its natural state of just fucking let him do it. Just fucking.
Fair enough. Well, I mean,
um.
sometimes Joan's up for it, but
Yeah.
I don't blame
Yeah.
her.
That's why I don't immediately answer when you do it. I'm like, okay, let me
Yeah,
just do a quick scan.
Yeah.
See who else
Honestly,
is doing
it's
it.
just you do such a great job. I feel like I wouldn't be able to do it justice.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, last time we we continued our investigation into the attempted assassination, quote unquote, of one of the Stormlords. We're trying to gauge if it was an inside job, if there was an outside faction, or someone we hadn't even considered. And we had just finished the examination of the blast discs that were placed on his carriage. And of course, they were faulty slash like either poor quality or clearly not powered properly. So that suggested foul play rather than just sheer incompetence, although that's certainly still possible as an explanation. So we figured, okay, well, maybe we should go get more insider perspective. So we went to talk to the Dwarven Stormlord, who is this very gruff, like much older man who just kind of always looks upset and is very stern. And we went to his office. We were very transparent about what we were doing. We were very honest about who we were and why we were there. We just left out some incriminating details, but were otherwise totally upfront and attempted to read his mind because, as it turns out, Indigo is like allergic to doing anything without somehow incorporating espionage into it. So like we can't just talk to a man. We have to
He's a
also invade his
trained mark
mind.
of the shadow. Like, of course.
It's not
I mean,
his fault. It's
it's
just
it's how he was
it is
raised.
it's an adjustment for us. Is all I'm saying.
The man's Samoan. I wouldn't say he's fat. That type of thing.
You
But
can't
yeah.
say that.
But
What I said.
But yeah, we probed his mind. We didn't see anything that was too didn't indicate like, oh god, he's they're Siren. We have to fucking kill them too. Like nothing like that. That was so helpful in pointing us towards that certain direction. So he seemed mostly sort of. He didn't seem to care too much. Honestly, he was more. The impression that we got in character was that it looked like he just needed an excuse to go after the Syrian people and like get this refugee thing going on for one political reason or another. And this was a convenient way to pin it on the Fury, regardless of like if he actually did it. Like he doesn't really care who did it. He sees it as kind of a non-issue, but that's largely because he's old and his, like he's almost died a billion times by now. So who really cares? So we concluded our talks with him, and he gave us a note that was giving us permission to go to his like stable where a bunch of his shit is held in like the really bougie part of town, and said that we were permitted to check out the carriage, check out, talk to the staff, whatever we felt was necessary. And he really we got a bit of an easier time because he just found Purser really funny, and that may have helped lighten him up as much as someone that fundamentally grouchy can lighten up. So we continued our work day and went over there and found that it is just an uncomfortably nice neighborhood, like very bougie, very like wealthy. Everyone is kind of staring at us like we're getting checked by guards just as part of like routine, like you're not allowed to walk here without getting some level of that attention unless you're one of them. But we made our way over, and it is staffed more so by like closer relatives, by the family. So a lot of the staff for this place is other dwarves that are in some way connected to him, showing that this is a bit more close to home than, say, a random like warehouse that has some of his property in it. So we checked the stable, we checked the carriage, we did sort of an arcane investigation of it, and then some of us split off to talk to staff members, while Indigo made a shadow and snooped through areas that he wasn't supposed to be in, and Pick just kind of ran around and looked at things. And Mercy was very suspicious that just kind of like waiting for an excuse to start beef with people, largely. But yeah,
Not a
we
bad
purchased.
strategy in Stormreach.
Oh no, we are in like a pirate capital, absolutely. Like sometimes you just need a reason. Um, but yeah, they found a big spider. We purchased some snacks, and most of the useful information that we got pertained to. We did get a new lead that I'll get to in a second. The carriage itself didn't turn up anything. There wasn't any magical effect that we could detect. It wasn't anti-magic, which was a theory that Purser had, that maybe the carriage just naturally siphoned some of the juice out of the blast disc, and that could have been the solution to like why it, the explanation rather, to why it didn't explode. Um, but we found no such evidence of like the carriage itself being enhanced at all, and that check didn't really turn much up for evidence of like explaining how it happened. One thing that we did make note of was that the building itself didn't have any signs from any reports or documents of foul play or like trespassing. So there were no broken locks the next day when they checked it. There were no like forensic equivalents that anyone was noticing. Everything looked pretty by the book. So either it happened outside of here, like it happened after the cart had left, or while it was stopped in some other area, or whoever was responsible for this did just have access to the building normally and wouldn't be questioned or have to force their way to it, which again points, albeit marginally, towards someone on the inside is responsible for this, at least in my mind. And then the really big piece of evidence that we got, or not evidence, but like a lead at least, that actually pointed us somewhere, was that there is someone who hasn't come to work in quite some time and has been out for, I think, like a couple weeks, if I'm
1 week.
remembering right. 1 week, okay. And her name is Mia Lipa, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yep.
But she has just been absent, and she wasn't absent since the attack. It wasn't like she just disappeared on that day, but she hasn't come in recently.
Yeah,
And
the attempt
a
was
bunch
about
of
3
the
weeks ago, and then this happened a week.
yeah,
Then she went missing a week ago. Yep.
right. So it wasn't, they weren't simultaneous, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
But a lot of the staff and stuff kind of admitted to just general slacking off. They mentioned that they didn't do some routine checks that let the bomb through, and that this was routine. This was just a formality. Please don't tell my family, stuff like that. But none of them were really guilty of anything besides just looking the other way. So naturally, with nothing else to really go on, we headed out towards Summerfield, where we were told that the lady lived. We attempted to just knock on her door, and that area, by the way, is populated largely by Karns, and it is they're not a big fan of like outsiders. If you look different and just sort of come into their territory, they give you some dirty looks. Kids like stop playing and run inside and stuff like that. So there's a bit of hostility around here. Hopefully, we don't have to question a bunch of people, I guess. Um, but we came to the house. Indigo snooped around back to the back door and noticed pretty quickly that there's a smell of rot. It just sort of stinks inside, which indicates a dead body. And as we like forced our way inside, we did find the lady's corpse, or at least I guess who we presume to be her, and signs of a struggle from like again forever ago. Whoever's responsible, very long gone. So it's not like we were coming in as it was happening, but there was someone, I don't remember if it was Mercy or Pick, but someone was going to cast Speak with Dead and get a set of questions that they could ask to try
That is
and
Pick,
gather. Pick, okay.
who will, of
Try
course,
and
not be
gather.
here to like do it herself, but that's still going to be a thing. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, we needed a set of questions. We did some investigation around the building itself to see if we could identify anything helpful in terms of what was done or why, things that seemed like they were obviously missing or whatever. I mean, obviously this is more motivated by conspiracy, but we were looking for general indicators of what was going down. Unfortunately, most of us aren't the best at investigation, so we get what we can get. But yeah, we had some time to think about what to ask the lady and how to best narrow down information. And we are gonna continue from there.
The only thing I will add is you did find what looked like a House Kondoric receipt, basically a bank deposit slip, saying that this woman had recently had a great deal of money put into her account. I believe it was 1,500 gold. From the same source as she usually gets her deposit, her direct deposit. So
Mhm.
it's presumably, the Amantu family is paying her, and they paid her a lot recently. A week ago, supposedly, according to this piece of paper you found. It was
Mhm.
next to the
Wait, the
body, kind of bloodied.
Amantus?
Yes, according to that, it was the her usual employers, according to that.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. It was, the Dwarven Stormlord family.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the only other piece of evidence you found. Only real add-on I have. So now with Pick flittering around and doing little moth person ritual things, you guys can prepare to reenact one of the best scenes from Honor Among Thieves. What?
What the fuck is an honor among thieves?
The
Thumbershaud.
the the D&D movie, where they start off with a speak with the dead spell, like in one of the scenes, and
It was a really good scene.
they promptly fuck up every single one of the 5 questions. Like they just bomb it.
Gotcha.
I really recommend the movie Metro.
Y- y-
It's really
I was
funny.
I watched
shocked.
some
It's
of
actually
the
very good.
I watched some of the clips. It just looked like Marvel movies in fantasy. It didn't like appeal to me at all. There was nothing in the trailers or clips or anything that like made it seem remotely interesting. But
If
I
you
mean, if
like
you liked it,
D&D,
then
it's a really good point. Like I actually recommend it. I didn't want to,
okay.
but I do.
It's the most D&D feeling D&D movie out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Like they capture it and still make it coherent. But anyways, I mean, yeah, there is quipping, but it's not too bad.
Gotcha. I know that they do rip they do rip like 1-to-1 the puny god scene from the first Avengers movie. Like an owl bear does that at some point or
There's a
something.
little bit of that.
No, that's just a straight up brawl.
Yeah.
No, there's a scene where they do like the exact. I've watched the side by side. They're doing the puny god. An owlbear grabs someone and fucking like uses them like a I don't know, something you would whip the ground with.
A
But like
ragdoll, I
that
don't know.
scene.
But yeah. Anyways,
Maybe. It's been a while.
so you have this rather pungent body in front of you. Pick is doing her little things. What questions would you guys like to ask the remnant of this person's soul?
I have a question for you out of character. This was probably asked last time. I don't have this written down.
Okay.
Is it obvious looking at the body what killed her? Like was she stabbed? Was she suffocated? Like
Yeah,
Yes, she was stabbed.
Yes,
okay.
that was I think it was Mercy, Dan, and Pick did a sort of a medical check, where they
Yeah, a
determined
couple of
not
us checked
only
the body.
not only was she dead, they determined that real quick, but they also determined that she had been stabbed simultaneously at 3 points, like back of the head,
Right.
spine, and like through the heart. 3 probably daggers or stilettos or something like that. But yeah. Everybody now, not everybody at once. Come on, don't crowd around. One at a time.
I don't know if my mic picked up, but I'm doing laundry in the background, so I'm sorry.
You're good. Just teasing.
Who planted the blast discs on Lord Aminatu's carriage?
Okay. And do you guys want to like plan them out beforehand or just like wing
Yeah, I think it'd be better to plan it out beforehand.
so first question, who planted blast discs on the Stormlord's carriage? Okay. That's one.
What was the money for? Like what? Because my interpretation is that it's hush money for something that she did know, but
Okay.
Presumably
then
for planting them on the Stormlord's carriage.
yeah, it could have been that she was the middleman, but
Okay. So what was the payment for in your
that would be my
Merrick
pitch.
account?
I think that one, like, the thing with planning them out ahead of time is that you're probably going to have to change questions 2 and 3 after the first one because new information will.
Exactly.
Okay. I just figured I'd check before it becomes a
Yeah,
like.
I just don't want to. I don't
Who's
want them
on
to all
first?
resolve simultaneously and then not have a window to fucking be like, no, wait, there's something more important now.
Yeah. Only answer when I talk to you, okay? Um. Alright. Okay, so we got three. Who planted the blast discs? Who killed you? That's a fair question. Who was the payment for?
What was the
And
payment for?
oh, sorry,
The
I'm sorry.
payment was
What was
to
the payment
her.
for?
Like I know who
Yeah.
who the money was for.
Yeah. What was the payment for? And anything else anybody can think of now? And you're just
It's
kind
what,
of
5 questions?
That's three. So you've got two kind of open slots for if something occurs to you when the the form answers.
What else?
Actually, let me get the
Oh.
spell in front of me so I don't like. Oh
Yeah.
All you can eat buffet.
Yeah, nothing super relevant that I can think of.
One that I would be curious in is this is only applicable if she confirms that she was in on it and like had a lot of information about the blast disc situation. But one that I would be interested in is who all knew about it. Like who's in on the operation in total, like across the different Stormlords. How far down does it go? Are there other factions involved? Like basically an umbrella term of who was in this.
I appreciate that line of thinking, but this is from what I understand, low-level functionary.
Yeah, and it's a long shot.
I want to show you
It's a fair thing.
the 10% die.
One sec. I'm gonna turn your volume down just a touch there, John. Okay. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. It's no. You don't even need to explain.
Is it
I get it.
the kids, or is there like a background noise? Because I am
It's
noticing
it's
that I've been
it's
It's
little
someone
voices.
talking.
Is little voices. It's quite all right.
the little voices.
Okay. So we got who knew about the blast discs? Okay, that's a fair question.
I'll ask the fourth question. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Who
four.
knew about it? Yeah.
And you got a fifth that's open if maybe she says something you didn't expect or whatever. But
We'll get there when we get there.
get there. Okay. That's probably enough to get started up. I'm not gonna be like, you only have 10 minutes, real time. Like put a little timer up on screen. I'm not gonna do that.
Well,
So
you gave us week.
I did, but yeah, Pick with a script in mind. Pick does the ritual, and in her little Pick voice, which I am not even going to try and imitate, she asks the first question of who planted the blast discs. To which, like as the spell goes, it doesn't seem like anything happens initially, but then there seems to be like a flicker of light, or maybe what looks like steam or mist or something escapes from the corpse's mouth, and it answers. Now let me look at the thing here. Answers usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive. Compulsion, blah 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, the answer would be I did.
Okay, so that's confirmation.
And going ahead would be next one. Who killed you? she would say, or the remnants, whatever, would say, one sec. Let me take a look here. The veiled woman.
That's so
There's
cryptic
one add
as
to the
to
list.
be effectively meaningless.
I mean, I'll give you a freebie. Like, if the veiled woman who first hired me to place the discs. There we go. It's a little better.
She was paid by the dwarf family. At least on the paperwork.
Hey Sam, a quick question.
Yes.
That person that we met, we saw talking to the other Sirens in the sewer. Was that? Did we get an idea if that was a woman or not?
Yes. It was a woman with beautiful eyes and some other extra features, but yes, that was a very spidery woman. And
Actually, it's
I
pronounced
am putting
spindly.
the answers right into the thing in Mishann General. I don't know if it's like giving me
Oh,
a
no.
notification
Thank
as I
you.
edit.
I see that. That is actually quite helpful.
Mhm.
And yeah, so that's the question, or that's the answer to the second question.
With the answer to the second question, I would say scratch
Yeah.
out what was the payment for the 1,500
Right.
gold pieces.
Yeah, we can skip that one.
Okay. Okay, so go right to who knew about the blast discs. Is that the?
I think so. One that I'm immediately, again, because I said like the questions are gonna change. Where my mind immediately goes is like, okay, she's confirmed that she was paid to plant the discs. We don't know the intention, like if it was meant to fail or not, still based on that. But regardless, she was receiving money from the Stormlord family, and she was hired by what sounds like, again, like the woman in white with the mandibles and everything was a member of like the known sort of Illuminati-esque like conspiracy behind the scenes shadow people
The
sort of
Silken
type
Veil
of
is
deal.
the group Indigo told you about. It's, as far as he
Yes.
knew, it's like a group of like oddly skilled poseurs, as far like Stormreach gets weird little cults occasionally, or just not even
Yeah.
cults, just like groups of people playing at shit. And these ones have been fairly skilled, like for a bunch of amateurs coming out of nowhere. But that's basically his like surface level knowledge of them, just with what he knows about the underworld.
Well, where my mind goes in terms of what's relevant to like what we're doing would be to ask, is there proof, like physical evidence that you know of your doing this? Because we can confirm this to ourselves, but we can't do this again in front of like a judge. So this doesn't help us with the clearing of the Furious name quests that we're trying to achieve here. We need actual proof to convey to other people in the state.
It's unlikely that she'll have extraneous proof, though.
Yeah, it's again, I
Like,
don't know
unless
like
she
what
has
else.
like a diary where she wrote, "Oh, the veiled woman paid me 1,500 gold to plant mines underneath
Right, the whole like
Urakaminatu's
the whole
carriage."
goal of them hiring her and being discreet about the payment and everything is that
Is to be
discretion.
deniable.
But
We
Yeah.
could put that as a
yeah,
potential question for: do you have any like proof of this, or any like evidence, or please you've written this down?
Do not use a yes or no question, because if you go like, is there physical proof of your actions? Yes.
Yeah. I try not
Okay.
to be that dickish, but yeah, that is an option. Yeah.
All right.
She's afraid to admit she likes dirt.
If you have it, where is it?
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so that's a fair question. If you before I confirm, if you have evidence that you were paid to do this thing, where is it? Am I correct that that is a question?
Sounds good to
Yep.
me.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
Keep it as like the last one if there's nothing else left.
She will say, I don't have any evidence beyond the money that the veiled woman brought with her when she came into my home.
Okay, so that reads a bit like she was paid in cash, like someone came here and gave her money.
Indeed.
But that would mean that the receipt is a separate charge?
Could be.
Okay, I think that who knew about the blast discs is still a valid question, because if there's another living person that we can talk to, then, kudos to us. But maybe for our fifth question, we can ask how she got in contact with the veiled woman. Because if there's like a Dropbox or something like that, then we could scope that out.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, then she will say, there was let's see, how would she phrase this? So how were you how did you come into contact with Veiled Woman? Is that the question?
After we ask about who else knew about the blast discs.
Oh, okay. Who else knew about the blast discs?
Or maybe we should be a little bit more specific. Maybe who else knew about the plot to blow up the carriage?
Right, because
Ooh.
who knew about the Blastus could be like, well, everybody knew. It was in the newspaper. Like it's
Yeah,
And
that's true.
add a little comma. And what are their names and addresses?
Ah, okay, that's fair. Okay. Um,
Compound
then
question.
yeah, yeah. Uh, who else
Didn't
knew
say it
about
couldn't
the
be a
plot?
compound.
Yeah. Who else knew about the plot? She would say me and the Veiled Woman were the only people that I'm aware of that knew beforehand. Uh, and yeah, that would be the answer to that one. She doesn't. It's just as far as she knows, she was just the bag person basically.
Mhm. That's not surprising. Again, it was a long shot to begin with.
Maybe for the fifth one, where do we find her? Or how
That's what
can we find her?
what Joan was getting at too. Yeah, like look for the drop site or like the rendezvous spot. I mean, if they would reuse that or have like leads there, it could just be like a park bench. So it is still very open to like getting us nothing, but I don't have a better idea.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay,
So
I just
how
put the
was contact
question.
made with the Veiled Woman?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Does that look good to everybody else?
I mean, we know that at least for payment, the veiled woman just came to her house, from what she said. Like
Like
the last, like the
that's apparently, presumably that's how the woman was let in, was I have your payment type thing. And then,
yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe what's more interesting is the arrangement, how they came to this arrangement in the first place.
Mhm.
Okay, so how was contact made? Fair enough. All right, then, if that's the fifth question,
How was
yeah,
contact made with the veiled woman throughout the entire process?
There you go.
okay, that's more details is good. Yeah, she would say with her last sort of breaths, that contact was made through a silken sheet that she found on her bed one day when she got home from work. The instructions were woven into it, along with promise of fortune and how would it be phrased? Um, and a chance at more, I guess would be the phrasing. Um, there was there was instructions the following day when she hung it out on her window as if it was to dry, um, like as was stated in the little in the weird woven letter that was basically she found. She turned it inside out and hung it outside to show that she accepted, and then she got instructions on how to place the blast discs, and they were left on her door while she was at work the day after that. So it was all very she didn't even see the veiled woman until the woman showed up to give her money, presumably. And yeah, with that in mind, you do have a chance to look for something. There could be a blanket or something, some type of woven note around here that maybe was left behind, something like that.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna ask Indigo to help me burgle this woman's house and like kind of rummage through all of her belongings. He seems like
Okay.
he'd know what's up.
Well, I don't know about that, but there's 4 laptops type of thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the general
yeah,
slam
it's
of the
very
area.
like I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Well, like Leo doesn't have enough. Like he's so like, well, that got us pretty much nothing, so I've got to do everything I can.
Something?
That
Yeah, that was
he's
helpful.
we're disregarding the need to like respect the dead people's home, and I'm just gonna trash this place as thoroughly as necessary to
Okay.
completely calm over it.
Okay. Fair enough.
They can make a noise complaint, but like I don't think she's paying, so who gives a shit?
Yeah. Well, it is actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, slight correction. The physical proof thing she would have mentioned the silken thing. But either way, you are able to find like a woven set of instructions, basically, that
Okay.
she had hidden under a like, I won't even say floorboard because that implies she had flooring. Hidden like under a loose rock in the stone floor of the kitchen. Um, it's pretty filthy and a little bit torn, but yeah, they basically like I would say dish towel size things. Uh, it's actually surprisingly decent silk, although kind of fragile, with stuff woven into it. I would,
Can I hand it to Purser and or whoever to see if it's magical? I know one of you guys have detect magic.
I would say, yeah, you definitely can. For the fashion
Yeah.
aficionados among you, I would say Leo and probably Indigo. And you know what? I bet Balthazar. All 3 of you would recognize that it is spider silk of unusually high quality. Spider silk is a staple in typically Underen stuff, if I remember correctly. But yeah,
Nothing but the best.
well, it's actually like mid tier for you guys. But anyways, but yeah, if Purser wishes to do some magical detection, he could do so.
Yep. I'll have to take a few minutes to ritually cast it, but
Sure,
I can
sure,
do that while they're searching the rest of the place.
Yeah, what language is it written in?
It is written in common,
Okay.
and you have this like half blood-soaked banknote if you want to like, I don't know, try and get the blood off it or something, or whatever you want to do. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Indigo. You cut off there.
Oh, I was just saying. I think the blood is actually an important part. Um, uh, Indigo's pretty worried about this. He would kind of just mention to everybody like, I don't need to tell you guys the obvious. This is related to that woman that approached um Metral and his group when we were down in the sewers. I got a pretty good shot at her, and she did some strange magic and disappeared, and she should be dead. The only thing that makes me nervous is something that I can't kill.
I largely am inclined to agree. It seems like there's a playing of the sides here, staging the initial event in order to spark confrontation and conflict, and then taking advantage of that by trying to turn the falsely accused against each other and destroy them from the inside. I'm not sure what sort of political motivations have allowed them to benefit from such an ordeal, but there seems to be the Silicon Veil's fingerprints across this entire process.
From what I remember, they don't care about the political stuff. They're there for the chaos.
You don't know that much about them. Like they're like I
I
said, as
thought
far as
someone had 20, and that's how I found that out from.
no, like Indigo
My bad.
No, you're good. Indigo he had heard of them, but like to reiterate, it's basically he's just like these are kind of weird amateurs who showed up fairly recently, or according to his aunt, which could be like 20 years ago, and usually aren't really worth paying attention to. They don't if they're trying to do anything, it's maybe gained influence, but they're a weird group that doesn't do much typically. At least that was the takeaway.
When they approached Nell's Wrath, what did they what was she trying what was the deal that they were trying to make with Metrol?
From what you
Uh,
heard, it was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
like my recollection of it was just that like she was basically like, you don't need them, they're not as helpful to you, you could get so much farther, and if you just agreed to this, and they're not helpful to you if you all die, that would just be worse. And she was basically like trying to make the Fury and his guys, like their whole faction of Denel's Wrath, uh start to view more of the refugees as like expendable in their pursuit, and like I don't remember what specifically she needed done with them, but just sort of like throw them under the bus for further like personal gains in their like cause or whatever. And Metrol was like, okay, I'm willing to negotiate, but that is a hard line. We're not doing anything to our people.
I think we might need to talk to Metrol again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, realistically, I should have just shut up and let you do it. It's just instinctual at this point.
By all means, that's about the same, and I would much rather players talk than the DM talk. It's a habit of mine. I am very glad to hand over. But yeah, that's roughly the same. Metrol, for his part, just to save you more time, he's probably going to be Drywell for more of this because he didn't know a lot about them. It was other than like the Fury said, don't touch them. I don't like that I can't get more info about them, was basically what the Fury told him. Don't touch them. There's something wrong here. I don't
Yeah.
care enough to investigate, but don't touch him. And Metrol got desperate and tried to meet with him.
The Metrol would possibly know how to get in contact.
Maybe.
Well, I did just drop the scrying spell, which I don't have prepared, but tomorrow I can have prepared. And I don't know if this would count as like part of the veiled woman's body if she made the silk herself, but at least it is a personal possession, and we've met.
Yeah.
So this spell might actually give us a chance to see precisely where she is.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that. I am going to say, just to once again to avoid like raw frustration. You guys don't actually need to prove the Fury innocent per se. To get the pressure off the refugees, all you need to prove is that, hey, there probably was someone else's hand here. And you have enough to prove that he almost certainly wasn't behind it. And more than that, here's the person who was, even if they're dead. Like, this is enough to get the crackdown called off. Like, it's not enough to probably get like, the full bounty reward as if you turned in the Fury, but this is enough to get the crackdown called off, especially with the impression you got with the Stormlord, where he was, he was hoping to get the Fury out of it, but if it's been going on for a while, he made his point. That type of thing.
Okay, well in that case, that's our primary objective, is just to get the people out of there and the pressure off of the Fury. So if we have that, Mercy is kind of like, well, I don't care what this veiled woman does in the city any further. This accomplishes our primary objective. Let's proceed with what we have and get the Cyrus people out of here.
That being said, if my hunch is correct, this evidence could lead us to a Kyber cult operating in the city.
It could. And I'm not saying you like can't pursue that by all means, but as far as like the investigation, you probably have enough to, like I said, get the pressure off Danelle's pride. And then you can continue doing whatever you want after. I just wanted to point out that you have that option because you have Purser as far as an int character, you have Indigo and Leo as far as like and Balthazar as far as like socially adept. Between the four of you, you could definitely figure out like, this is probably enough to at least get the crackdown stopped.
That's good.
I think we should clear the name of Danelle's pride first, and I have a feeling that this silken spider cult thing, that they're going to be a problem that I'm probably going to have to deal with here in the future or something, but I don't think it's anything that gets resolved today. But in the meantime, we should get the names of those people cleared.
And of course.
Okay. Oh, right. Shit. Apologies. I forgot to put the date up. Beginning of the session. There we go.
This was day one, right? Because the Fury gave us a week, and he was like, if you don't have info in a week, then I'm gonna turn myself in. And this is the first day.
Yeah, you're just that
We're
good.
fucking great at this, dude. This is awesome. Like,
Level
got
10
6 days
party.
to drag. Got 6 days to drag that chick out of the sewer.
yeah. No, 6 days of getting fucking litigated in court as they grill us over this.
Yeah.
A great prosecution attorney might be able to turn this all around on us.
Yeah, that's true. Your Honor, I'd like to dismiss this evidence that completely
So you're saying that in your
my
employee,
case.
you have a person who's known to execute people skillfully with a thin blade in the way that the victim was found.
No. Shut
Like,
up.
no, a dude in a suit is gonna come up and be like, "Your Honor, that guy is Searish. Clearly, that whole group is guilty." And let's just be like, yeah," and then we're gonna die. So
Possibly.
We're working for the Searish crown.
yeah.
And you just so happen to be the first who found her body.
Right, yeah. So if you guys want to like get this to the proper authority, so to speak, the first thing is to probably dodge some of said authorities as like you guys thoroughly kicked in the door here, and it's a slum. You're pretty close to other people. I'm not saying the cops are going to come running, but this area does have an oddly active, like, they're definitely not the watch, but maybe it's like a really good neighborhood guard. Like you see somebody go by in very fine Ondaran, like obviously Ondaran caster's leather, like spellsword leather. And they're chatting amicably with someone in heavy Carnathi chain. Both of them have an armband with that same sword symbol that you saw before. So they seem to have pretty skilled, like I said, maybe a neighborhood watch, who knows? But yeah, probably best to, move promptly away from the crime scene that you discovered. / kicked in the doors too. But once you're away from that, I mean the most obvious place to go is the courthouse / Lore Smarch Palace, but if you want to go elsewhere, you're absolutely free to.
Also, as far as timeline goes, so she's been dead about 5 days, right?
Yeah, a little long, about almost a full week. Yeah, about 6 days.
Almost a full week.
Yeah,
And
great neighborhood watch.
Yeah, right. How long ago was the attempt on that store alarm? I forget which name. is
About
his,
3
but,
weeks.
3 weeks.
Yep.
3
about 3
weeks.
weeks. Yep.
I wonder why she turned.
How long did it take us to find the note?
Like the little woven thing.
Yeah, like
About
we finish our questions and then we
About-
start looking around for it.
I would say with the rolls you got like at the end of last, because you guys were on fire. With those rolls, I'd say like while Purser was casting detect magic, you found
It's like 10 minutes.
yeah, about 10 minutes of like looking around and found eventually a stone in the kitchen, in this kitchen floor that looked like it had been like pulled up fairly recently. But it
Gotcha.
would have been
Also-
pretty easy to miss.
Is there any magical properties to the cloth?
There is not. Beyond that, it's very well made, which isn't magical at all. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, it's magic. Not magic, sorry. It's very hot.
I'm getting mixed signals
My
here.
AC isn't working. It's very hot. All right. But yeah. It is not magic. There's no magical traits to it. It's just a silken cloth with something woven into it. And yeah. But assuming you don't alert the town watch to the body, which you could flag them down and say, "Look what we found. How'd the door get busted open?" Don't worry about that type thing. Assuming you don't flag them down, you could make your way
Downtown,
elsewhere.
walking fast.
I was not
Faces
going to say that.
More homebound.
No, that did not happen.
right.
But yeah. In fact, you know what? You went uptown. Just no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, unless anybody has anywhere else that they want to go, you head for the Loris March Palace to turn in your. Think of this as like a Shadows of Doubt good enough moment where it's like, well, I don't have the murderer per se, but I got everything else. And yeah, you can go and turn in the case if you would desire to.
Okay. Assuming we do that, what time is it when we get there?
About 5:30. It's one of
Okay.
you were fortunate that this is a city that has to cater to a lot of like, I won't say nocturnal, but people who operate 24 hours, because there is a skeleton crew of people who are still there. Like none of
Yeah,
the
it's
Stormlords probably, but like there is someone to answer your questions at 3 a.m. Just
yeah,
like
well,
in
it's
most major cities, I'd say.
I expected them I expected everything to be pretty much around the clock because it's a city made up of bandits. Like they're not gonna be like, oh, it's dark, business is over for the day, clocking out.
What? They do typically wind down a little bit if it's a human majority city, but yeah, there's still somebody there to, you know, to hand your portfolio to.
Yeah,
Um,
we're not in the bougie Walmart. We're in like a normal Walmart, right? Like shit's not settled around here.
all right.
Are there bougie Walmarts? Is that a thing?
I was gonna say I didn't know that, but Jesus.
No, look. I'm saying that there's a spectrum to Walmarts. Okay, like it could get a
Okay.
lot more fucking violent.
I remember one of my favorite pastimes when I was in the service was going to a Walmart at like 3 a.m.
Just seeing what kind
down
of
the road with
properties.
me and Merez, my good friend of mine at the time, would just go there and watch the just basically people watch and be like, is that meth? No, that can't be meth. That type of thing.
It's meth.
Yeah,
I met my first gang member as a kid at a Walmart. Like it was
that's about right.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah. Regardless, you get in there, pretty quickly directed to the bounty office, a small cramped space tied to the Stormreach Guard, at least nominally. A bored-looking goblin clerk sits behind a desk and asks, "Are you here to collect a bounty?"
In a sense, I suppose we have rather vital information about an important case. New breakthroughs have been made on the front of the Stormlord assassination attempt, and it is vital that we get it to the proper
Oh, the attack!
authorities immediately.
You got Fury then? So he like looks around, looks at all of you, and kind of like then peers as if to look behind
He
you.
points at us. And he's like, "They got Fury! Everybody, come look! They got Fury!"
Not quite, but he does seem excited. Like he's definitely not bored anymore.
Yeah.
wait.
I'm afraid
Investi-
it's worse than that.
Wait a minute. Investigation? We don't.
We're independent contractors, I suppose you could say.
Okay. But you don't got Fury.
We have new suspects and
Oh,
quite a bit of evidence towards the fact that it is more complicated than was originally thought.
complicated. He like sits down looking very bored. His chair squeaks a little. All right. Here, as he like pulls out a couple crumpled pieces of paper with like um alternate this basically says like alternate bounty details type thing. Fill these
Uh-huh.
out and then I'll get someone, I guess.
And yeah, I think I don't know how much of this you want to do in character, but it's like I'm gonna go through very
No, like
like
you can write down case details and like
yeah,
evidence.
yeah.
And
I'm
blah,
just
blah,
gonna very like litigiously go like, okay, here's like
Yep.
the signs of the paper trail here with the like notes of evidence at the crime scene that can be investigated. Here was like the detail, like down to like where she was stabbed. I'm gonna have as many details as possible and like very thoroughly like teacher's pet this shit all the way through.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I mean, not a bad idea. Like at the end of it, if you hand that stuff over to this little guy, he looks at it and just like, ah, all right, well, let me go get somebody. And he gets up and like grumbling, hops down off his chair and like goes into the next room. Um, you
Yeah,
hear,
Leo won't say it, but he's like internally the whole time. He's like, "Yeah, you better fucking call and wake someone up. Like, you better fucking get things running again for me right now."
yeah, he goes in the next office. You hear some murmured voices. Guard with like a rumpled uniform and like her hair half plastered on her head. Very much looks like she was sleeping on her face. Comes out. Uh, is this true? As she, like straightening her uniform a little bit. Um, you got different evidence here? Any evidence?
Indeed, and again, very like it's all done in like fine cursive. I'm just gonna like Leo will read it aloud to her page by page if no one like insists that like if she's not like, oh no, I can do it, like
Yeah, no. She would stop you.
yeah.
She'd look from Leo to the rest of the party as he starts to read it with like a kind of "Are you fucking with me?" type thing. Like she's checking to see if this is serious. And then no, I can read. All right, well, let me take this upstairs. Stormlord's gonna want to hear about this, all of them, honestly. You wait here, and we'll see if we can't figure this out.
You might want to use the name MKA. At least it should ring
McKay.
some.
Oh, all right, sure. He like scribbles it at the bottom of the note. And yeah, then she does leave the office, presumably to go get somebody. You're left with a little goblin fellow who just like looks back and forth between all of you. Let's see who's here.
Note just kind of, or fuck, not Note. Mercy just kind of gives him a look and goes, "Personally, I believe that a frightening spider demon lady is a lot more exciting than a former spy."
Yeah. Well, it's just there was a lot of words. None of you look like you
Yes,
would like
we
this.
are used to that.
And he sits down and pours himself a glass of something that smells pretty flammable and nurses it while he waits for boss to get back. Presumably he's on break. But yeah, it's a professional group, the bureaucrats here in Stormreach.
Mhm.
They wait
course.
until like the designated breaks to pull from the bottle. Um, but but
Because
eventually,
why not?
yeah, I mean, if you listen, you're in Stormreach. We like it this way. Um, but yeah, there's a small commotion over an hour. It's kind of like a slow motion avalanche as like more and more people come and like you start getting people who are obviously called in, pretty grumpy about having to come back to work after 5, that type of thing. And like, they're coming in to verify that a group of adventurers proved the Wrath wasn't behind the attack, or at least gave reasonable doubt type thing. After taking a statement from probably just Leo a couple times over, like each one of them seems to want to hear it, like they harumph or just grumble
I
about
think
it.
it's funny to imagine that, like, at that point, he just starts re-reciting it word for word, like the exact same way to every new person,
Yeah.
and goes through all of the details with the same cadence.
Okay. Yeah, and a couple of them seem to like try and trip you up and like, but what about this? Like an extra detail. Like you get the feeling they're
Yeah.
trying to, maybe it's a recited story type thing. But the fact that like you did do these things, they're not going to be tripping you up that easy.
Yeah,
You
and I'm
just
on
did
Darren.
most
You're
of
not
them
gonna.
today.
It's not gonna be that simple to like confuse me in conversation. Like, I've dealt with so much worse than these people. This is.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, eventually, like I'd say that's about 3 hours of just like like waiting, sitting with like an ever-growing group of like pseudo bureaucrats or just like, highly ranked members of the Watch. And eventually there's like a lot of grumbling as they do give you a reward and say, all right, well, you shouldn't be getting any bounty, but apparently Stormlord Amantu personally ordered you to be paid, so here. Um, yeah, I guess it's case closed. I don't know. I guess besides the murder, we'll look into that. And yeah.
I want to ask. So, will there be a bounty for this silken tapestry individual?
Hmm. I mean, maybe. Don't know. Have to look into that, I guess. They seem very like we want to go home. It's the it's the end of the day.
Yeah, it's too early to say how like things are really gonna proceed.
Yeah, it's and in fact I believe it's like Sunday, so they're extra dismissive. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um but
Do we actually get to keep the silk sheet or no?
you would not. They would not allow you to
Yeah,
keep it.
it
But
feels like it's turned in for evidence.
you could
Sure.
break in and get it later. But uh
We need to get
Um,
like fucking. We need to
would-
get deputized or something, man. Like,
Right? Like one day on the case, and we figure it
We
out.
need
Yeah,
to get out of
exactly,
this
like,
Definitively,
fucking
it was not
city.
Fury. Would we be able to retroactively, just with the scrying spell in mind, would
you tear a chunk off.
it? Yes.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, you are paid, and it is 3,000 gold. For the full
Nice.
would have been bounty for the Fury. You got paid that despite not giving the Fury up. Pretty good deal.
Love that.
Honestly.
And nothing's wrong with Purser. And yeah, so
Wait, what? What?
I didn't hear anything. What happened?
What?
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah,
Nothing. What happened?
it seems like
Who's this purser guy you all
you-
keep talking about?
you may have solved
my name
the-
is Mordain.
Oh
God.
god. Oh god. Oh.
Mordain, I don't think Mordain bothers to hide much. He's pretty open. Like,
Well, this
he's-
would be this would be a
deep
fun
fake,
experiment, right? How long until they realize?
I mean, he does use like biomantic infiltrators and stuff.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair.
He's a wild character.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
He
No,
is.
no, he's
Are we? If
he's
we're
a
splitting the
eukaryote.
money, if we're splitting the funds immediately as well, I just want to give Mercy $70 if I haven't already.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's what I owe her for the binoculars.
All right. Fair enough. But yeah, you guys can split that 3,000 gold as you like. It is.
I've already added it to the spreadsheet, and we can divvy it up.
Yeah.
Once we're not like in the middle of something.
Fair enough. And yeah, you could go talk with your original sort of quest giver, which would be Jelaine or Thavar, or you could try and flag down the Fury, although you don't really have a way to contact him. He
No,
was
he's
kind
like he's gonna
He
hear
knows
about
where we
this.
live.
We
He'll
don't.
come to us.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just about to
he's-
say that like it's gonna be like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna wake up to him going like tap 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 on the forehead. I'm impressed or whatever. Like he knows.
Yeah, he's a well-connected guy. This is like
He's gonna
normal
come to
people are
us.
gonna know about this. This is in the news, so it's like we don't have to
Yeah.
inform him.
Yeah, the Stormlords will probably try to downplay this because they didn't get the man. But
Yeah.
the occupation of Danelle's pride will probably quietly end at this point.
Yay! Look at
It's
us, team. We
over.
did something good.
Oh hell yeah!
The pain
Purser,
ends.
Dan, why do you gotta make that hum?
Hmm.
Man, like,
What? That was a of encouragement.
Yeah.
oh, the hell it was.
He's got a lot of hums.
He's like one of those old like cartoon characters that just make one noise and somehow everyone else just understands him. Rada rada. Oh, you mean they went that way?
Freaking Chowder.
Yeah. It's, Schnitzel was his name. The rock
Yeah,
monster.
fucking
real
hate-
specific example you went for.
I fucking hate that you said one of those old cartoons. You go to fucking hell. All right.
2009, fucker.
One of those old
Well,
cartoons. God damn you.
That trope
It's like-
predates
it's like-
Chowder.
Remember
it does,
that.
but that was the reference you fucking made. God
Remember that his birthday starts with a 2, or birth year.
Oh
I
no!
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. But anyways,
What the?
So
Yeah.
does mine.
Hell yeah.
but
Oh,
Gross.
God. Back
it's
in
not
my
a gross
day-
thing. It just hurts. Okay.
No, I get it. You're all
Uh,
insecure about being old. I understand. Like it's okay.
Oh,
to
fuck you.
quote the fucking
You
Simpsons,
understand?
it'll happen to
aging
you, motherfucker.
beautifully.
Yeah. Yeah. I
mean-
can't wait. Yeah.
Just
dude.
so
No,
you know,
no,
people
no,
born,
no,
people
you take
born
that
on the
back.
millennia or middle-aged adults now.
Back to the original off-topic tangent.
Thank
Purser
you.
actually
Yes.
just talks like a sim, where like little thought bubbles of whatever he's talking about appear above his head, like little pictures,
Yeah.
completely unrelated to the actual conversation. It's
Oh,
completely unhinged.
I
Yeah.
like
Like
it.
a fish, and then a cheese, and then a dollar bill.
All right, so what would you guys like to do? It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. Sun sets slowly here, but you know this is the skyline of Stormreach is quite beautiful, even from the marketplace.
So we can't really go for our red ring hook right now because Jotsuzo is not here, and it was
It's 6 days
Pick's
away.
hook as
yeah.
well. Yeah, also that. So
Um,
I thought that one
So
was
what-
2 weeks out.
It
It's-
lasts for 2 weeks. It's 6 days.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. I was mixing up the numbers.
if I may make a suggestion, friends, we can return to the ship, and then on the morrow I can prepare my scry spell so that we can try to find the scary spider lady and destroy her.
Are we
A sound
determined to
plan.
pursue them then?
Well, if I could just be so bold, maybe it's not the smartest thing to make a bunch of different enemies at the same time without clearing our plate.
We have already tried to destroy her. I believe that she is quite firmly in the enemy camp, friend.
Assuming it's the same veiled lady. To be fair, that's a very nebulous description.
But there's an association with Silk. Like it was, she
There
was there
is.
turning them
I'm-
against each
I'm
other.
not
Like
s-
there's.
Spider
not
Silk
saying-
and Sam, we're not stupid. The lady got stabbed 3 times simultaneously. I know you've said that multiple times.
That is weird.
Spoopy spider lady who we did stabby stab to tiny dwarf.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Leia will say, I think that to the agenda we should also add making contact with the I forget her name out of character. The lady who was like dealing with the refugees, trying to hold everything together when we went there. She like told us we couldn't get out until Until the
yeah,
Fury
we
situation was
could
cleared up.
stop and talk to her on the way back to the ship.
Yeah.
We could,
in
yeah.
addition,
Just-
I have some shopping to attend. Indigo asked that I perform some magics for him that I don't currently have in my repertoire.
Okay. Marketplace is the place for it. Okay, so
Actually, speaking of, depending on how Sam plays the spell components thing, it's usually like if there's an actual like monetary amount, monetary amount associated, then it really can't be hand waved, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking because the scrying spell does require a focus worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, yeah. Well, then you have some
Okay.
shopping to do too.
does it consume the component, or do you just have
No.
it from now on?
You just have it.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it. Wait, hang on. I wouldn't have bought that because that spell came quite later on.
And it's expensive, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's
All
a
right,
it's a fourth level spell.
So order of
Um,
operations: are we stopping at the
In Denel's
the
Pride?
Siren? Yeah, are we
w-
stopping at the Siren's like county or whatever, like their little area tonight, or are we gonna do all this in the morning?
We might as well do that now, although Purser will do shopping instead. He recognizes that a lot of people don't like seeing a Thrain poking around, let alone a Silver Flame Templar.
Sure.
By the way, I finished reading the two Thrainish like lore books that I bought. Like it just adds detail, and they're objectively still like a pretty good people.
Yeah,
Holy shit! Reading about the details makes me fucking hate them. Oh my god! The
What's
only
up with the
nation,
Thrains?
the only nation that casually used Gios on mercenaries. The only holy shit. The only
they're
nation
the
that
Canada of Corvair.
like they flat out do like inquisitions in occupied cities that are still occupied. Holy fuck. Anyways,
They're just super brutal, basically, is the takeaway. Like they're.
I mean, they mean well. That's all I can say.
I don't
and
know,
yet
Zoltar.
somehow
Geneva
Purser is the good
conventions
cop.
were written to slow the Canadians down.
Exact. But
And yet
Didn't
somehow
know that.
Purser was the good cop.
listen,
Yeah, Purser's
that
the good cop.
that's on you guys. I take no responsibility for that party dynamic.
What is this good cop you speak of? That sounds weird. I don't know.
But yes.
Well, okay. So if Purser is going shopping, Mercy would say that she can either accompany you, just so nobody is alone, or if you want to go alone, then she would request using party funds to get the spell focus for the scrying spell.
Yeah, we can
And
do that.
I can. I have 220 gold pieces. It has to cost at least 1,000. So she can put forward 200 gold pieces of her own in order to help pay for that, but she can't buy it all on her own.
No, it's a party tool. Use party funds. I'll take Pick and Josuzo with me.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's brilliant. Just
Pick
All
would have
right.
gone with me anyway, and
Yeah.
Josuzo.
Jojo probably would have anyways. Wise Purser. Why? I will go with Wise Purser.
I would like to clarify, since it's been a few weeks. Indigo, what spells specifically were you looking for from me?
Well,
yeah.
if Mercy can also perform the spell, maybe it's best to also consider that. My whole thing is, or Indigo's whole thing, I'm not sure I'm doing this in character or not.
You're good.
Indigo would say, bottom line is, I still need to find Eston. The best way for me to find her is either you guys provide a scry spell, or I have to go to which house is it that does the finding, mark of finding?
That would be Madani or
Madani.
Tharask,
Or
depending on what you want.
One's like detection and one's like finding. So I guess it would be Tharask. Or try to find some house Tharask.
If this is being done in character, Mercy would perk up because Indigo and Mercy had that little quiet chit chat. And she doesn't look entirely happy about it, but she would say that, friend Indigo, based on what you have told me about the person who you are trying to find, I would assist you with a scrying spell.
Oh, there you go. Purser, you don't necessarily need to add it to your spellbook then.
Friend.
There are a couple other divinations I'm interested in.
That's fair.
The cool
be
thing
fair.
about that, the spell focus, is that it's like maybe Mercy can hold it in her inventory, but it's a party tool. So like if you need said focus,
Okay.
then like
Okay.
If that's the case, then maybe save the money, Mr. Purser.
well, we still have to get the focus at the
Yeah, of
very
course.
least.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to like buy the scroll though. He doesn't need
Yeah.
to like put a fourth level or whatever the fuck it is spell
Yeah,
into his
no,
book.
Mercy does have scrying. She just needs to focus.
Yay!
Okay. Then in that case, we will have Purser. You're still going to do a bit of shopping. I don't blame you.
Mhm.
Marketplace is a entertaining place to go around. And Mercy, you can find spell focuses here, but it would feel better if it was, maybe a little bit of religion here. Like let's add some faith to this casting. So the Temple District is probably the best place for that, because they sell all kinds of like holy relics and like gilded plates and stuff with various like pretty much not fake religions, quote unquote. It's a combination of like a huckster sale and like a one of those um Southern Baptist like revival fairs where it's just like people railing about nonsense from every corner. And but yeah, that's definitely a good place to go to get that. And I would say in the Temple District, best place for you to get that would be in front of a grand temple to the sovereign host. It's actually one of the most impressive you've seen. Um, let's see here. Just trying to make sure I have it. I think it's. I might even be having the wrong district, but yeah, eventually you'll end up in front of the city's sovereign host temple, which is okay. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to start in the Temple District, but they'd actually direct you to Forge Light, which was one of the earliest parts of the city, and that's where the oldest temple of the Sovereign Host was made, because there just wasn't more of the city at the time. It's a different temple as you walk in. Um, Give me a history check as you look at the various, like, kind of out of place carvings and religious iconography.
Oh boy.
You could be good at this year.
Okay, that was a combat medic. No, actually, it's one of the things that I do have listed as a skill.
Okay.
Hang on. I miss having two monitors. Doing this on one screen on my laptop is not as much fun. Okay, history. Hey, all right.
Oh, okay, 19. Took a minute for me to see it. Yeah, 19 is good, and that's more than enough for you to see why things are strange here. This temple seems to follow a little different path. This is a path known as the Church of the Worm Ascendant. So
What
it's
does that mean?
still about the sovereigns. But according to this doctrine, the dragons, as everyone knows, are the children of Eberron and Spirus. Once they defeated the children of Kyber in the Age of Demons, the greatest among them were blessed by Eberron and Spirus, and drawn up to the heavens to watch over all mortal creatures. So Priests of the Worm Ascendant basically just attest that the sovereign, like the gods, are just ascended dragons, and like dragons should be venerated. It's there's some most of the day-to-day stuff isn't that different. The main difference is the belief about the afterlife, where the priests of the worm believe that those who serve the sovereigns should build a horde that can literally buy their way into heaven, joining the sovereigns on a transcendent plane as heavenly dragons. Other
Martin
than their
Luther intensifies.
other than their tendency to hoard, like, everything's for sale type attitude from the whole church, uh, by and large, the church isn't that different. They invoke the
Well,
sovereigns by their traditional names. Um, let's see. Other than the greed of the priests, by and large, it's not a whole lot different. The upside of this, for your sake, is that they're very happy to sell you an almost over-the-top pendant, as far as like just definitely worth 1,000 gold, and they're happy to charge you 1,200 gold for it. Um, if you're willing to pay, you can try and haggle to get it down. You could also try and like
uh,
lean on your, shared, hey, we're all priests of the gods here type thing. You could lean on that. You just have to be careful about wording it so they don't find
I
out
was
you're one
gonna
of those
ask, in
hogos.
relation to that, what are the different sects' kind of relation to each other? Like, is there a lot of hostility there generally? Is there
That's a very old version of the faith, and Sovereign Host isn't unified like Church of the Silver Flame. It's
okay?
there is a dogma that kind of connects them, but its biggest strength is how easily it incorporates like new elements to itself. Sovereign Host it's the default faith of Corvair, and it's pretty good at just avoiding, like, it splinters so regularly that it doesn't have to worry about splintering. Like, it's an odd one to describe, but yeah, they don't typically go at each other. Even ones
Gotcha.
like this, there might be some like sneers about it, and definitely, any of Mercy's teachers might really not like dealing with these guys, but that's more of a personal thing and less of a like aggressive theological stance.
It's Catholic versus Protestant.
Okay, if it
bit.
was Catholic versus Protestant, there would be blood tonight.
Yeah. No,
The
it's
30-year war killed a quarter of the population of Europe.
yeah, it's not that aggressive. It's just
like
you don't like
Orthodoxy
each other.
versus
Little do
Holy
we know,
Roman.
Mercy, alter name was Mercy of Orange.
Okay, it's
No.
Southern
Yeah,
Baptist versus Lutheran.
There we go. Yeah. It's all the various little minutia. So that you don't like each other per se, but it's not. I don't think there's been blades drawn over it typically. But
Yeah. So looking around, I do vocally admire this wonderful pendant that they have found, but do I see like any fonts? Anything like that might be 1,000? Because I know that they're trying to like press me on this, but it's like, well, this is very nice, but not quite what I'm looking for. You're trying to sell me an SUV. I just need like a mid-sized sedan.
okay. If you're looking for something else, yeah, they can eventually get it. It's all going to be incredibly gaudy by what you're used to working with. Like, this is not something you wear on the outside of your robes, but eventually you can haggle them down to something that's like, a little less pricey. The only issue there is they're trying to upsell everything. You're going to either need to overpay or get some kind of haggling going in order to get your 1,000 gold value. These are a greedy bunch.
Okay, yeah.
Well, they want to go to heaven.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't blame them.
Martin Luther and his theses. Unfortunately, my best skill is in intimidation,
You could
which I
try
don't
that
think
here.
is really. Yeah, I mean, I could try it here, but I don't think that that's a great idea. So you know what? I'm just going to go with persuasion and see how the dice take me.
Okay. Yeah, they're
Well,
pretty firm.
friend, this is such wonderful craftsmanship. I will pay you 1,250.
Yeah. And they're willing to. You drive a hard bargain, but they're willing to take that. They without missing a beat in the best used car salesman impression you've seen out of character. Yeah, they're absolutely willing. The
Okay,
lady knows
so
what she wants type thing, and yeah.
God damn it.
So yeah, it'll be 12.50, please. Oh,
Okay, well, with the $1,000 or 1,000 gold pieces that I got from the party fund, I have 44 silver pieces and 6 copper pieces left.
Yo.
She's gonna come back and she's gonna be so proud, and everybody else is just gonna be like, "Mercy, what the fuck?"
You bought it sticker price? Sticker price? Yeah. Listen, the important thing is you got this thing. But yeah, you leave the temple one focus richer. Cursor did.
Mercy is proud of herself. Joan is just.
It
Okay.
happens. It happens. I had to do that level of cringe. I had to do that like worse when I played Tane a lot, where he would just like be super proud of how understanding he was. Everybody else is like, dude, you did just call us all barbarians again. But I
Yeah,
said
I
it
mean,
nicely. Yeah.
again, you have my favorite line in the whole game, which is where we were digging out goblins, and you were like, okay, well, I mean, we're saving goblins, I guess. And then you saw an elf, and you go, oh my god, there's a person in there!
But yeah, Purser, it's fine if you don't. Did you want to roleplay buying anything, or is it just you're going with your buddies to do some spell selection? Purser,
You're
with us,
muted
bud?
if you didn't.
Ah, now you're not muted if you didn't know.
You are unmuted, and we cannot hear you.
Oh,
How about
God.
now?
There we
Okay,
go.
yeah, there you are.
Okay. So I got this scrying focus that costs 1,000 GP. Specifically, it's a crystal ball and not a mirror. Because as
Okay.
much as I'd like to chat with Mima, I don't want to be within her range of influence any longer than I have to.
So you got your own focus as well?
That's
No,
fair.
I got the one that Mercy and I are going to share.
Oh,
Okay,
Mercy
wait.
just bought one.
Time. All right. No. I mean, I'm 100% happy to not pay that much fucking money. But
Yeah, it was
okay.
It was
Yeah.
what we were discussing. It was out of the party funds. and-
Okay. Yeah, I was a little bit confused, but I've also.
Oh,
That's fair.
okay.
If
Did you
you
not
want it, that's
hear-
fine too.
Did you not
I-
hear
I-
the scene?
I was distracted doing my own shopping.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, Mercy did a long thing where she got sort of conned in the Church
Yeah,
of the Worm
I
Ascended.
heard the like amulet thing, but
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
that's fine. We'll just add that.
So
to
yeah,
your
it's
inventory
a
and-
very nice pendant, and Mercy will be very proud of it. But she definitely got charged way too much money.
That's fair. As long as it satisfies the requirement for scrying,
It
I
does.
don't mind.
Okay.
I topped up some of my own material components, and there are 5 spells that I'm looking for. Whether I find any or all of them is up to you.
Okay.
Would you like them in level or alphabetical order?
Yeah, level, sure. We'll do level.
That's the most Daniel question I've ever heard in my life.
I can't say shit to this man. The level of bullshit I would throw at him for my wizard. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
So we've got detect evil and good, locate
Okay.
objects
What is detect evil and good? What level is that?
first.
First. Okay. Let me just bring up spell costs here.
Yep, take your time.
Do wizards learn that one?
Wizards don't.
He's a paladin.
I'm a
Simon.
paladin.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know what the fuck he is, so whatever he says.
Yeah, he jumps between. All right.
That's a
No,
paladin.
that's a wizard. All right. Magic item cost. Here we go. Sorry. Okay. You know what? We're just yeah. Go ahead. So how many? You have detect evil and good. What's the next one?
At second level, we have locate object and warp sense.
What is warp sense?
Detects portals.
Where did that one come from? Okay.
That's from Sigil in the Outlands. It's the
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
I've allowed content before. That's fine. Warp
Yeah, it
sense.
doesn't detect portals.
Yeah. No, that's
Um,
fine.
those are at level 2. Then at level 3, we have clairvoyance.
Okay.
At level 4 is arcane eye and locate creature.
Okay. Yeah, you can find all of those. Let's see. I'm just trying to look at scroll costs here.
Mhm.
Do you remember the scroll thing, the scroll cost you sent me?
I remember sending it.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just look here. You know what? I will get you the scroll cost stuff when we take our 10-minute break. How's that? Just so that I don't
That's perfectly
bog
fair.
down the game, and then you can just subtract the money. But yeah, you
Yep.
can find all those scrolls, no issue.
Excellent.
Okay. And with that in mind, the rest of the party, you guys go to Danelle's Pride, and there's still some guards there. Apparently, word hasn't like trickled down yet, but it's definitely quieter. In the Thavar estate, which you are welcome into, you see Jelaine, for her part, is looked a little cheerful, a little more cheerful than you saw her last time, where she just looked like she hadn't slept in a week. When you approach, and she says, "Oh, you're back. Do you have any news?"
Yeah, Leia will sort of like wave a hand at her, and he has a smile on his face. He looks very proud, and he will say, "Indeed, we do. We come with excellent news. In fact, my compatriots and I were hard at work on the case and have found evidence that the Danel's Wrath faction, as it were, was not responsible for the attempted assassination of the Stormlord, and as such, the case has been formally closed, according to the staff that we spoke to. There should be less restrictions now on potential exodus of your people."
Oh, well, my goodness, I didn't think that was possible that they would drop it without fury. Well, thank you for what you've done. One moment here, I'm gonna just quiet that touch.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. You kept your word and helped give my people some peace here. That means they're free to move elsewhere without harassment from the Stormlords, and, well, to be honest, more importantly, it means you're trustworthy enough for me to recommend it. Um, it'll take a few weeks to convince people, but after that, you should have an awful lot of folk willing to migrate to this Neo Sire, whatever it's being called. That's what I heard. Um, Thank you again.
It is our pleasure. My allies and I aim only to serve. And please do take your time. We understand that this is a difficult situation to navigate in many capacities. We appreciate your cooperation and efforts to aid everyone involved.
And she's gonna go over to Balthazar. I can remember for a sec there, and say, "I want you to have this. It's the last bit of inheritance from my father. If you and all if everyone here seems to really be working for the sake of the Cyrus, then you can put it to better use than I can. And she hands you a beautiful purplish metal figure of an owl. And I will put that into
What?
play party loot.
But if it's like a siren, like a custom or something, would I know that by just by exactly what it is, or I need to roll something for it?
No, I mean you can do it and it's doesn't seem to be like particularly Cyrus in, it's not super relevant to your people or her house or anything, but you can tell the metal that it's made from was mined heavily from what used to be Southern Cyrus territory before the goblins got rowdy. But yeah, it's definitely see, like it feels magical in your hands. As much as anything does, it seems to like have a little bit of life to it almost. And then she looks to the whole group and says, one last thing. One of the Stormlords, Hollow Omaran, did privately reach out to she, or at least someone claiming to represent her, said that they regretted the excesses of the guard and that she would try to restrain the impulses of her more violent contemporaries. I don't really know what she meant by that, but we might have someone at the top who isn't out for siren blood. Not that it really matters. I'm going to encourage as many people to leave as possible. And you hear what sounds like a pretty loud argument burst out down the hall in this very crowded former mansion turned apartment complex, and she excuses herself and goes down to try and head that off before it escalates.
Right on.
And yeah, it seems like you guys have saved the people of Danel's Pride from further persecution.
These items that Baltazar just received, I'm assuming these are magical based on the names. They sound like magic items.
It's one item. It's a figurine of wondrous power, a serpentine owl, made from.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a list.
No.
Gotcha. Okay.
And what is Baishek?
Bayeshk is a fascinating metal.
Why did I ask this
harvested in
fucking question?
So, long
You did
story
it to
short,
yourself.
It has particularly powerful effects against aberrations, particularly from Zoriat. It was used by the ancient hobgoblins
Isn't
in their
Zoriat
war
that
against the
moon planet
Zoriat.
thing?
It's the plane of madness.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I
Nedra.
thought it was the moon.
It's where all
there is
the
also
it
a
has
moon,
a moon.
yes.
They all have a moon, but
This is all
it's
in
where all of
character, by
the
the way. I really want this is
no. I reject the premise of this. He's not even here.
No, Purser has done this in character, to be fair.
I believe that part, but
I'm gonna say that, like, just for my own enjoyment, that he waited to ask that question till you guys got back to the ship and rejoined, and like Purser immediately launched into this.
out of character, it's where all the like eldritch monstrosity, like Lovecraft monsters live. Generally, it's lots of like tentacles and flesh weaving with stone, and
this mineral's from there.
It's from Droam, mined underneath the Bayeshk Mountains, from which the metal gets its name.
But it's used to combat them, from what you're describing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's anti-aberration metal, basically.
Yeah, it's like holding up a crucifix and being like, the power of Christ compels you. Like it's
so if we get desperate, I can clock a fucking mind flare over that with it.
Yeah, or maybe you can just fly away because it turns into a giant owl, which is cool.
There's that too.
I don't run.
So,
or at least have aerial combat.
Yeah.
Back in 3.5, when weapon material mattered.
Oh yeah, this thing with it's super expensive.
Yeah, all aberrations from Zoriat had damage reduction that could only be bypassed by Bayeshk weapons.
I get that part. Trust me.
He's a Pathfinder player. You don't need to
Yeah.
explain ridiculously complex mechanics. But
Mineral mechanics, yeah.
anyways, yeah. So you guys rejoin on the ship. Nothing terrible, noteworthy happens. But Balthazar, it is well after dark, and it's you feel like a night on the town is a good idea, I think.
Yeah, so get it over with. Wait, I don't need it anymore.
But
Wait,
you
did I
don't
on the
need
town?
evidence on any of the enemies that you've made while you're here? Like I could list them.
Yeah, it's not just a veiled lady. Like, this still has purpose.
I was gonna say that I think we should probably do some reconnaissance on Caledon.
Yeah, we got a couple weeks anyway. I guess we'll get this out of the way.
Okay.
All right, we mentioned the rules. If I wake up with a dead hooker in my bed, I'm throwing him into the ocean.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh,
then
that would be a waste of a perfectly good ring. We can
Fuck.
expunge.
I don't care. I can buy another one.
Just leave it.
So it sounds like we're about to hit scene transition. Can we hit our break here then? If we're
Yeah,
about to do
absolutely.
Another,
Yeah, why don't we do a 10-minute break, guys, and we'll come back.
cool.
Yes.
See everyone in
I
a
brought
little
my
bit.
apple juice upstairs. I didn't need to go down to get it.
Hell yeah.
Lemonade.
Why is your apple juice upstairs?
Well, because I knew I would need it.
That's true. What happened to all your lemonade?
Just haven't been drinking as much lemonade. I couldn't drink it at all while I was sick, but I could keep the apple juice down. And now I'm just, on an apple juice kick.
Well, fair enough. Let me start looking at numbers for spell scroll
Yep.
costs.
And
Mhm.
I guess I'll look up the can I look up the stat block for that item I got?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, making sure I got the in character okay for it.
Yeah. It's you have multiple people who can do identify. It's not a problem.
Speaking of identify,
Oh, okay. It's a thing the drizzle has.
Sure.
Drizz.
Oh,
I
yeah,
called
yeah.
it the drizzle.
which one did you get?
I got the owl version, not instead like this the panther
Oh,
yet.
yeah. Yeah, it is the same kind of item that Drizzt has. They're pretty cool.
I mean, a giant owl for 8 hours. I mean, that's gonna.
Hmm. And
It could talk to me he could just do recon for us forever.
yeah, as Metro will tell you, giant owls in Eberron are a fascinating species.
What makes them different than normal
They're
owls?
they're a
Big
fully
owls.
intelligent and sapient race.
All right, so
They're not
it's
playable.
the standard. It's not the standard. Big owl and like D&D. They got modified.
Yeah, it's one of the weird and baffling changes that Keith made.
Well,
back
owls
in,
are wise and they're wise. I don't know about smart.
Yeah, but not like the regular-sized owls. Those are completely normal. It's only the big owls that are intelligent.
Hey, what makes
Be
them?
fair.
What makes them big?
They're
Are they just born big and with that their brains bigger? So
well, their
yeah, they're
species is
smart.
giant owl, but
It's a
I don't-
separate species. Yeah, it's not just like one egg is like 8 times the size of the owl that laid it.
I thought it was like some magic shit. Like owl
No.
bears.
Honestly, that's a fair assumption, but
yeah,
let's
they are
see.
strange.
Yeah.
Jude in our Wednesday game quite frequently summons them with conjure animals, and they pop in with like a British accent and go, "Oh, pip pip, the enemy is ahead." I think Metro just came
Hello, I am back. I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm so glad I got to come back just to hear that out of context.
back. We're talking about the giant owls.
Oh yeah, yeah. Why the fuck are they like that?
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's not that different than wargs in Eberron, if you think about it.
The hyena people? I don't know any
No.
of their lore. I don't know what's up with the
well,
hyena
No,
people.
that's
think
that's
wargs are-
gnolls. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wargs are just like horse-sized wolves that are fully
Yes,
sapient.
the playable
Yeah, that
playable
are
animal
playable.
race. Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah, yeah.
great. I really want to
That
play
seems
one
like
just
such a
to
fucking
deal with the level.
logistical nightmare.
Just to deal with that. That's entirely why
Yeah.
I want to play as one. I'm like, I want to see what a DM can do with this.
Okay.
not having-
So when
not
Purser
having-
dies in a month, we'll replace him with a warg artificer.
You're gonna make several people in this room cry. Like it is.
Yes.
I mean, hey,
The
the
Jones
null
not
can always
here,
be
it's
swapped
fine.
out last second.
It's not.
Let's see.
Yeah. Anyway,
oh,
as I was going
Sale.
to ask,
Yes.
does anybody know which spell needs a pearl that is worth 300 GP?
No.
Because
Is that
I
like
ha-
on a to buy list or something?
It's in my inventory, and it has been for a while, and I don't know why I have it, but I have that and a pearl worth 100 GP, which is for Identify.
DM Trevor, he'll know what it is.
Trevor doesn't care about minutiae. At least he doesn't care about minutiae that aren't numbers.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like he was who I went to when I was like, I need to. What is the number for my wizard to bullshit? Oh, here, one sec. Yeah, like
Yeah. Well, he just has so much of the books memorized. I figured he might
he
just
had my back
remember.
pretty much every time when I was like, I need the cost of this many spell scrolls of this level. You know,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
5 minutes of mental math. Okay, here's the exact cost. I just hand it to
Yeah.
Dan,
Yep.
and Dan sighs and puts up with me.
Yeah, I remember specifically buying the 300 GP one, but I can't for the life of me remember why. And I'm trying to find it, and it's hard to search by material component.
Just look at all of your spells one by one until you find the right component cost.
Yeah, I guess I could actually look at my list. I was just looking at all spells.
Yeah, you don't have all spells, I don't think.
But I have the capability to have all spells.
Fair. Can you learn spike growth?
Well, actually, you know what? I bet I have costs in my Urhamu spell bullshit list. Okay, there we go. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Welcome back.
Everyone stop talking about Purser dying.
Right, but
It's
like,
just saying, we-
so the
I
funny
just-
thing about that, the funny thing about the person dying is that like actually Mercy has kind of accepted the idea of like, hey, we really shouldn't kill this wizard guy. She's actually kind of okay with that idea because we have a month to say goodbye.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was just like the whole trauma of it happening in the sewers in a very heavy combat situation. That
and
she's
no.
just like, I can't.
No closure.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's also
it's gonna be a
such
hard
an-
sell to pick. I will warn you.
yeah. So
it's gonna be a hard sell
I'm
to
just-
yell the person. Like
I'm just speaking about Mercy,
yeah.
yeah, I got you.
not as pick, not as the party.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
were just discussing the replacement for when Purser does inevitably die.
It's gonna be a furry. It's gonna be just a straight up wolf. So
Okay, that's not furry. That's
I was gonna say
an
that's-
animal.
Technically speaking,
look, there's
that's
some
different.
overlap, all right? They
There's
If anything, I'm playing the furry because I'm playing a null.
No, you're absolutely the furry, yeah. But
yeah. I
like I'm
agree.
lumping it in.
Yeah, none of my spells require a pearl that expensive.
Are Medusa's furry
Maybe.
content?
Sure.
No.
Now we're arguing semantics.
No, they'd be scalies. It would be
Not
scaly.
even. They're not anthros. They're a distinct monstrous entity.
Yeah, they're not. I don't know. I feel like they get a different category. Yeah.
Metaphysics,
Lamias
I
are
think
maybe
some people
more
call them.
borderline.
Oh yeah, lamioforms. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Oh,
Going off
25,000, we could do it.
Dan, this is the one Dan sent to me. I'm passing it on to you.
Okay, and which range am I using?
Lower end.
Okey
You know
dokey.
what? Honestly, it's Eberron. Just go with the low, like the lower cost. There you go. I was like, Dark Sun, yeah, use the upper end. Eberron, use the lower. Makes a lot more sense.
Why are cantrips not applicable?
Because, well, you typically don't use spell scrolls for cantrips, but I was like, maybe.
You can.
You can.
Maybe I just really need to have prestidigitation once.
Just to be sure. Oh, hey, it turns out the Lady of Death was lying. Purser dies. Yeah.
Ah!
With
It's
that
okay.
exact noise.
Artificers don't have prestidigitation either. Oh
I
yeah,
know.
that's the sound of a Muppet dying.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what that noise has meant all these years?
Yep.
Sure.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back. We were discussing
Thank you,
Muppet
thank
Death.
you.
Wait,
Who died?
Yeah, the last Muppet show last night. Jesus.
I don't actually watch Muppets regularly. But most recently, I've watched a solid JJ, which he does a really good Muppet bit, but several. But let's see here. Yeah, it's the night goes by.
Jeez, man.
And was there anything anybody wanted to do that night? I know Indigo was saying like some intel type stuff, and Balthazar is very busy. He's doing important things.
Yeah, I definitely want to go spy. That's like,
Do some
and
spy stuff.
Yeah, of course you would. You fucking.
Spy? He's like a professional.
it's either that or go play some music. Matter of fact, both.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna, I'm
mean,
gonna, I'm gonna go spy while doing a gig.
that's surprisingly doable, to be honest. Yeah, if you do you have any specific group you're aiming at, or are you just gonna like go to a specific area, sorry, and
What
like
is
sit down and
the
start playing?
what is the most upscale region that I probably would be able to? Well, hold on. First and foremost, do I know where he lives?
The
This is
what?
Caledon I'm looking for. Like this is I'm trying to collect
Okay.
information on Caledon
I mean,
around
yeah,
him.
you all know where he lives. You can see it from around the city. It's the Falconer's Spire. He lives in a penthouse on the top. There's a penthouse apartment on the top of
Yeah, it's the
the.
one where if you check Google Maps, there's a dot where his room is. Like, there's just a big red fucking.
Imagine living in like a penthouse suite on top of JFK International.
Got you.
But he has magic. Quiet it down, so it's okay. But
Yeah.
Number
yeah. So
14.
yeah,
Oh, I see it.
yeah. It's
So he probably goes to like some local establishments in
he
the
actually
area.
visits the shadows sometimes. He's by all accounts simultaneously like a terrible tipper and just like kind of dull, but and he rarely, indulges in the more like esoteric elements. He typically goes there to like do the equivalent of playing chess, drink and like find people to talk to. Because he's apparently fairly bored, but
An
uh
introverted person who
yeah,
wants to be a socialite.
yeah, kind of. He doesn't really do it to like be seen there, which is odd. But yeah, he goes there. He does get out and about. He goes to the Red Ring fairly frequently, but that also might have to do with the fact that he's been like completely dominating the Wilkes's boy social life by and large, where he's just like uh every he has been funding that boy's like socialite fuckery for a while, just like, and it kind of paid off because the kid already has like gave him the rights to build an entire new district. Um, to be fair, a lot of people are sending that kid a lot of like gifts and money.
Money.
He's got hangers on
Yeah.
all the time right now. But yeah, he's despite being such a staple of the city, he's doesn't have like one place he regularly goes outside of the shadows, and that he kind of shows up there pretty rarely, maybe once a month. Kind of a
There's no
shut
regular.
in. I'm sorry.
Is there any is it birthday coming up, or is there any holidays happening coming up? Anything on the calendar I could count on?
Uh, well, ironically, I completely missed it, but I don't mind missing it. The equivalent of Valentine's Day was a couple days ago. You guys were actually here
Uh,
for it. I just forgot to mention it, and it wouldn't have fit the tone because I think it was the same day Purser died. So,
Yeah, there's a
but
bit going on.
outside, outside,
Roses are red, violets are blue. This really sucks.
Purser-
Purser, come back.
We come out of the
yeah,
sewers, we're all just like, God, we're kissless losers. This sucks.
My
It's all
eyes are
broken.
red, violets are blue. You killed my friend. Sucks to be you.
There you go.
But yeah, there's not really any. Luckily, the city is like hopping and pretty much most nights, unless it's like a bad storm, and even then, a lot of people will like, out of a weird spite thing, go to the shittier docks on the harbor just to like try and, I don't know, like do the we're not scared of you storm thing. It's Yeah, these aren't people who think typically very logically, so but the city
Mm.
is active at night. So there's a chance you run into him, but outside of breaking in and searching his penthouse, probably not going to see him tonight, or it's low odds. You
All
could
right.
just play
Uh,
outside of his thing and see if you spot him. That's an option too.
yeah. No,
It's in the
I'll
marketplace.
do. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, the
Guys, I got a
marketplace
brilliant
is.
idea.
Yes.
We sell the artifacts. We put blast discs in them.
This is some like poison diving suit Castro shit. Like you guys are.
Oh man, you haven't been you've been hyping this guy up as some high-end wizard.
But yeah, give me a performance check, and we'll see how well you do outside, basically the airport as you play out there. Honestly, it's not a terrible idea. You could play in the airport now that I think about it. That is a thing in the higher end ones. Like, yeah,
33.
honestly,
Jesus Christ, man,
it's
what is going on?
I mean, I
I don't do a
don't
lot of
mind.
things, but I do them very well.
I don't mind specialist roles, to be honest, because it's like, okay, he's good at this, goes to roll on something else and gets a 5. Well, I'm good at this, I don't mind
Yeah.
that.
Take it for that.
But yeah, with a 33, I mean, your usual thing of just playing, you go all out. You actually are able to uh do a whole jazz bit. You add some illusion into it, and as both your house and Fjarlin does, to give yourself a little bit of backup. And it's it's not elevator music, and it's not like grab your attention music, but it is perfectly suited for a lot of these typically fairly wealthy people stepping off of airships and making their way down the tower, like as they're looking out through the glass doors into the marketplace of Stormreach. First steps into the city, they have you like putting on this great performance in the lobby, basically.
I'm going for hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah, and that gets you. Some people just stop and listen until your various pieces are done. And I'm gonna just roll to see what kind of tips you get here. Okay. Yeah, you walk out of it with I mean, this is like I said, not a lot of poor people flying in Eberron. It still has that um early age of flying stuff. You walk out of there with 60 gold in tips. Pretty damn good.
Not a bad night.
Pretty good night. I mean, not like your other profession level tips, but still pretty good. Um, and I will say throughout the night, you actually do eventually see Caden. Near
Hayden, not
are
Calden?
Yeah,
I have
yeah, I'm
Caden.
sorry, Calden. Calden. Yeah, you do see Calden. I would say in the morning, as it looks, he's going down. He's got four obvious bodyguards around him, all in Haslirander marked equipment, rapiers at their sides, just rough-looking individuals. But he does seem to be going out and about. He gives you I would say a fairly friendly nod, at least as much as he's capable of as he goes by. Um, Wizened looking half elf, you know, pretty. He's in an ornate outfit, but it's not as over the top as like some of the other wizard outfits the party has seen, but it is a bit archaic. But yeah,
As
you do
as
spot
it
him.
goes by, yeah, I want to like just pause briefly, and I say, "Do you like that one, my lord?"
Hmm? Yes, very good. Believe I recognize you. Seen you somewhere. He kind of squints. He definitely recognizes you from shadows. He flips you a platinum copper coin into your cup.
Your patronage is always well received.
Good to hear. I'll probably see you again sometime. And yeah, he continues on his way. But he is out and about. And I assume you found like some point, I don't know, like 3 a.m. to like duck into a corner and get 4 hours or something, just to get your trance time in. But
Yeah, I'll assume at some point I did that. I'm gonna wait for him to just get around the corner, and I'm going to. I want to like. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but I want to spend as much time tailing him today as I can without being disruptive to what we actually have.
no, I mean that makes sense. Um, did anyone else
Nothing.
have anything in particular they were doing at night, out of curiosity, before I officially
Yeah, I think Leo is just gonna be drinking. Like he's just gonna be celebrating.
Okay.
Purser's scribing spells.
I am like immune to poison, or I have like advantage against poison saves, and I'm immune to the poison condition because divine health. So I don't know if he can actually like get
Divine
drunk.
Health doesn't do that.
Divine health doesn't do that.
That's just disease. It might be in
Oh, disease. That's
5.5.
what I'm immune to. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Let's
Never
Happy
mind.
to
Then
help.
I won't. Yeah, I won't get like.
Won't get dizzy
There are
from
certainly
the
diseases you
alcohol.
could contract from alcohol here, but
If it's
well, not the
really
alcohol
bad
itself.
alcohol.
Just I don't trust them.
It's not strong enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Lord
Let's.
Biapo is wishing he had the other host now.
I mean, no, actually, his other host is immune to that. He might hate that.
Oh yeah, he's a monk.
Jesus,
Yeah.
he would fucking hate that. Oh well, there you go. There's some punishment. Um, so we'll go to Balthazar the following morning. You kind of we'll say it's similar to waking up, but a lot more sudden. You sort of come to, find yourself in control of your body once again. Takes you a moment to get your bearings, but you're standing on the docks in front of the Riptider. You hear Rajan's voice in your mind. There, just as promised. Your body's safe and sound, no undue wear or even visits to particularly exciting locations. But I do have some fantastic news, old chum.
Sure, enlighten me.
So none of my sources had any valuable information about the Stormlords that they were willing to share. And the criminal ratmen aren't exactly something I've ever dealt with or wanted to deal with before. But when I reached out to a religious associate, I found a key secret about the so-called Kraken fellow.
Do tell.
Well, it seems that he's been growing a duplicate bodies of himself. I'm not familiar with the spell exactly, but it involves keeping a soulless duplicate ready to transfer into should he perish. I'd assume he's done this before if it was enough to offend the Lady of Death. Sort of a mental shrug. Now, I don't know where the bodies are or how many there are. My source only found out by looking through the wizard's spellbook while he was occupied with other things. But this presents both of us with a unique opportunity. If you can find the body or bodies that you naturally need to ensure that they aren't available for the Kraken to occupy when your folks do their murderous insanity, it occurs to me that I happen to need a body, and that they would be conveniently open for sale or, well, occupation. Uh, there's a simple ritual involving drawing a few symbols on an empty vessel that would take me out of this ring and bind me to a body like that. Then I simply impersonate this wizard, and your murder of yet another, he's probably a decent enough fellow, will be practically unnoticed. You folks do tend to murder wizards. After all, who could accuse you of killing him if he's still around?
And you understand if I agree to this. You understand a good chunk of my party will be very upset with you shedding your mortal or your spiritual coil.
Not shedding anything, I'm simply finding a new home, so to speak, but they can be as upset as they want. It's a situation that helps everyone. Although, ideally, they don't do anything too insane. Maybe we wait on telling them that. Just let them know that you have word of how the man's been escaping death, and that you should probably find it before trying to, I don't know, how'd you believe it was stabbed me to death and cut off my head? Something along those lines. Don't do that yet, if you can restrain yourselves. But I do believe that there should be something of a round of applause. Thank you, Lord Rajan, for this invaluable news. There's no way I could have found it without you. Something along those lines. Regardless,
Oh.
I'll give you time to think it up. It's no problem. And he seems to retreat somewhat back into his ring, probably having expended a lot of energies been puppeting your body around that long.
Man.
But yeah,
How in the hell did he make contact with someone who just so happened to see a necromancer's open spellbook?
he didn't. Well, that's an interesting question. That's there may be
The
some
hangover.
stuff.
He had like 10 hours.
He had a contact here.
Yeah, and he's wearing someone else's face. Like,
Yeah, that may or may not be a hindrance. But yeah, I mean,
also, like, I need to emphasize really quick how fucking good of a deal that is, because not only is he getting a body and is separate from a bunch of like psychopath adventurers, but he's also waking up as like one of the richest people in like with the most influence in the city. Like, imagine you wake up one day and you're just suddenly Jeffrey Bezos. Like, it is very fucking.
he
It
was
is
And
very
already.
beneficial.
Also a wizard.
To
There
be fair, he
is
was a pretty
problem with
important
that
guy
plan.
before. Sorry, go ahead.
So the problem with that plan is that he wouldn't have the dragon mark. Wouldn't work properly for him.
No, it wouldn't work, but he may just plan to fake it until he can like go elsewhere. Who
Yeah,
knows?
faking it's what he has to do, but
It-
that's a really easy way for his plan to backfire.
That's true. I mean, it's one of you guys don't have to do it. That's just his like sweet, here's something that I think will help me, and these idiots will probably do it because it helps them type situation.
Yeah. Like I said, I've kept Dispel Evil and Good prepared ever since we hit level 9, and I
Just
do not regret that decision one bit.
that's fair.
It's so useful. I've been waiting to use it on Biapo specifically. The moment Baltazar gives any indication that he wants him gone.
Just banish him, just a soul without a body. That means he's dead, right? Or
Yeah,
I don't
Yep.
know.
he
Just send
just
him on his way to Dolar. Goodbye.
You know, now I think
Just
about it,
connect
I'm
to
shocked the evil, no, not evil, but dead lady who doesn't like souls escaping death is not commented on Diapo.
She doesn't really care about cheating death so much. She cares about like cheating the cycle. Like if you find a way to actually come back to life, that's a big
and stay
problem.
immortal.
Hmm.
Well, and she also sometimes she hyperfixates on singular people who have, by all accounts, no importance. Like she is very strange in her tastes. Like she'll just like, hey, I want you to go kill that farmer. Like random dirt farmer number 1146 out in the Breelish countryside. Why? That's not. Why are you even asking me that? Go fucking do it. Like she doesn't really
Yeah, she
give
just
reasons.
appears to people and says, "I likes you and I want you." And
Sometimes
there's
it
no
is just
explanation.
because she wants them like in her collection. Other times
Yeah.
it's because they're going to do something that breaks the cycle in some way.
I mean,
Never
Now we
really
can do
Or
this the
they'll
easy way
cause
or the
something that
hard
breaks
way.
it.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
choice is yours.
She never
And
really
Biapo
explains it.
has been helpful. Like he was casting lightning bolt and shit before. It was pretty swag.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I don't know if
I
he
don't know why we're-
likes. I don't know if he tolerates us.
He doesn't have a
loves you.
choice because he knows we'll hunt him down if anything happens to Baltazar.
Yeah, he loves you guys.
It could in having a. I'm sure he tolerates me probably at most.
He would watch us all die while laughing if the situation was reversed. Like he doesn't. This is out of necessity. He does not care at all. There is hatred in his heart. I'm sure. Like there's no. This is not an I can fix him situation. Is what I'm trying to emphasize.
No, I'm
Like,
not saying about that. I'm talking about hey, this guy does somehow keep in power and have all this cool shit. And maybe he could be a decent friend. I doubt it though.
Yeah, I like the plan.
We saw what he was up to in the Biapo clan hold. He's
Yeah.
not anyone's friend.
Yeah, but he
if
ran
he
the
tries-
clan fairly well. I mean, in a purely amoral sense, he ran it. Like in the same way, Baron Harkonnen is a decent like he leads the Harkonnen.
Okay, come on. Is he that bad? Is this guy that bad?
Oh
Yes.
yeah. No, he
Baron
actually
Harkonnen?
he legit is about that level. Yeah, no, like
Oh,
the
He
party
is
found him
evil.
in a brothel. That's where they got him. Was where he visited
hold on.
every fucking day.
Brothel doesn't mean bad person. Just means
No,
lonely.
but the kind of brothel
No,
he was going
the
to
brothel
does.
was the easiest place out of his daily jaunt that we could ambush him.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that was.
He did a lot of reprehensible stuff.
Yeah, first of
Jeez.
which being like the main slave conduit from like the islands to everywhere else.
Yeah, he was the guy running the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Or at least on
Among
one
other
end.
things.
Yeah.
All right. So do we want to let this guy occupy the body, immediately kill him afterwards? Maybe. I don't know.
Once
What
we
do you-
talk about it, Purser will 100% disagree with that plan.
I mean, if we
I-
want him gone, we can just get rid of him. We could just dispel him. It's just that right now he's just a voice in a ring that pops out sometimes. He's not causing a ton of problems without freedom.
Baltasar's having blackouts and doing who knows what.
Yeah, no, I'm not
He wakes
for
up
it
with,
in
like,
character. I'm
strung
saying
up
that like
women.
mechanically he can cast lightning bolt.
Yeah. Okay. Slippery slope.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Yeah,
the Silver
for the
Flame doesn't
record,
cross bridges.
Yeah.
once again, I just want to reiterate like DM does not advocate things that like NPCs may think are great ideas. He has the resources to find that out and think of it for you and thrust it at you as a good plan. But
I mean, from his perspective, it's a fantastic plan. That is the best out he could hope for.
Oh yeah, for him it's a great plan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For the
Absolutely.
rest of
Bel-
humanity,
Bel's-
not so much.
It's I know he's a bad guy, but like he's like
Hear me out.
hear me out, my friend. Hear me out.
Baron Harkonnen
Balthazar-
did keep the spice flowing. I'm just saying. Yeah.
He
All
kept
right.
it running on time, so my addiction never was halted.
Yeah. All right.
It's
Well,
Balthazar's got a weird thing of honor fulfilling. All right, you help me, I help you.
but yeah, that is info that the party can find out if Balthazar wishes to share some or all of it.
I'll definitely share that Hey, I found this out. He's got fake like decoys, or not decoys, like what's the word?
Simulacrum? Is that what
Fallbacks.
they are?
I
Clones.
guess they are.
Empty vessels upon which the fluid of his soul can fill.
There you go.
Yeah, it works.
Technically, that's different from a simulacrum unless it's Dark Sun and you're doing stupid shit to try and duplicate yourself. But yes, outside of doing that, sorry, that was an old rant from watching someone who was already evil try and make a duplicate of themselves and then like surprise Pikachu face when they start doing shady shit. But
It's Dark Sun. Everything's stupid shit.
but yeah, so you have that info, and while the party's discussing that, why don't we have Indigo while you start out your. I'm not even going to make you roll, realistically. If you're keeping back far enough to not be noticed, I'm not going to make you roll anything initially. If you're
I
following
don't know
him,
how
like,
close I'm going to get, so I'm gonna
yeah,
roll anyway.
okay, yeah. If you want to, you can. That's just keep real close.
27.
27. You're able to pretty clearly, stay fairly close to the guy. But you do notice his guards start
Your
like.
fail was a 27?
Yeah.
He only rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you do
Ponyard
notice.
Oh, it was a
weeps.
1 on the D4. Never mind.
Ponyard weeps, for there are no more trash cans to trip over.
So Joan played a rogue who, whenever it wasn't
Oh, yeah.
always, but it was only when it was really important, would roll a 1 for stealth every single time.
I love it.
Like there were multiple fights, like full combat sessions that the party got into entirely because Ponyard like got a 1, tripped sideways, and like fell into a bunch of trash cans in the worst part of Sharn. Like there were multiple combat encounters of that. But
Well, evidently the solution was to be a bard instead. That would have solved all of the problems.
Exactly.
Oh no, my bard actually caught on fire and burned to death. So
Oh,
that was
nice.
self-inflicted. I take no responsibility. But
no, it 1,000% was, but still.
yeah. But
yes,
anyways,
20
the guards
yes.
the guards don't notice you. You're pretty confident of that. They do seem to notice something though, and start like bristling. They one of them leans in and says something to your mark, who then looks around and sighs, and yeah, I would say he gestures and like, how many can he hit with it? Seeing upcast. Oh, if he upcasts, yeah, him and all of his guards do go invisible as he just like. And you look around for a moment because none of them were looking at you. Who the fuck did they make, and why? Like, what's going? Like, it's pretty offensive because they didn't spot you.
Yeah.
But then you notice something that's like your irritation probably goes to some mild concern. Because you notice that you've had decades of training and just flat out experience stalking humanoids. It's given you a pretty good sense of when someone's doing it to you, or at least doing it near you. And you're not wrong. Like they probably weren't following you. They were probably following him, but maybe you. You spot at least half a dozen House Fjarlin agents who, like, when you stop, they stop a ways back. They have been keeping pace on you, and you're not sure how long.
I go invisible.
That is fair. They were never close enough to engage, but they was definitely close enough one of them stayed in sight, like, but going invisible, probably does help. I will say their numbers and how blatant they're being, Mark. Like, this is big. Normally, Thorani and Fjarlin have like small, non-lethal scuffles about like one side catches another off guard after they poach a target or somebody has vital intelligence. This is more like these are the numbers you'd need for like a kill squad, and that is probably a little unsettling.
You cut out for a moment. These are the numbers of what?
That you would see for something like a kill squad, which is probably
Yeah.
a little unsettling. So what would you like to do? You probably like at least broke their line of sight with your invisibility.
I'm going to like double back on them, and when I know that I'm like clearly out of sight, I'm going to cast message to
Mm,
the one who seems to be leading the party, and I say, "So is this what we're doing now? Open war? Is that what you're?
mm, okay,
Is that what you
okay.
want?"
Yeah, like the one stop, like the one who you hit with, for his record, he's currently playing like basically a juggler with knives. You can see there's a little bit of oddity around the feet, which means it's probably at least somewhat illusion, but it's pretty good. Um, but you know, there is a little bit of a pause in the juggling that like there's some gasps from the crowd as it looks like he's about to have like three knives hit him, and then he just completely recovers and everybody cheers. It must have been part of the show. And can you respond with message?
Yeah, he
Let's
can respond.
Is there a limit? I feel like there's probably a limit on how much you can respond.
I think it's the same 25
Okay,
words
okay.
back. Or
Um,
a message not sending, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Message not sending.
So I try to avoid
It
racial
doesn't give
specific spells.
it doesn't give a limit. It says the target and only the target hears a message. It can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Okay, okay. Let me see here. Message. Here it is. Okay. Range 120 feet up. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, with that, like it's one of those things where they're pretty good if they're keeping the performance going during this, but there is a murmur back of we're not the ones who tried to change the rules. Go back to the shadows.
I don't respond.
I would imagine yeah. That and yeah, what would you like to do?
That's pretty spicy.
Yeah, 6 guys, well,
That's a
people,
kill
I should
squad.
specify. Yeah, that's not the usual, oh, you got me, you bastard. Yeah, fine. Type of thing. Like the way the houses are anyways, half the time you're at least distantly related to the people. So there is a reluctance now that the Shadow Schism has calmed down to kill people without being told to from opposite houses. But this is like if it's not a kill squad, this is the most dedicated watch group you've ever seen. Because they must have had eyes on you from before when you left the tower if they kept watching you through the 27.
Oof. Well, shit. I guess we're in a war now. Yeah. So
Sauce,
about
look, I don't.
what time of day is it?
It's 9 in the morning, I'd say about.
I'll go back to. I'll carefully make my way back to the ship with the others
Okay.
to make sure I'm not followed.
Which direction do you head out of curiosity? You're in the marketplace, we'll say like right here, I'll ping. like just make your are I guess my question is like,
I
are you
know.
trying
I
to
know
stay
that.
hidden the whole way, or you're like, are you just
Ye-
blending in with the crowds? How are you doing your stealth?
I'm gonna cast disguise self.
Okay, okay, fair enough. Um, and just like swap
And just look
faces,
like a
mix in.
yeah. I'm just gonna look like a older human female.
Okay, yeah, yeah, makes sense. Um, yeah, I would say like as you do that, it's a bit of a relief when like as you're getting into the cross district, you see a Thrani performer, and it's like, all right, well, even if they don't recognize me, at least they're gonna, at least you have a potential ally. Like you could signal to them as you go by, you know,
Oh,
covert hand signal or something, um, to,
yeah.
to
If I see one, then I'm gonna step over to him, and just do my. So the way I do it is with my message. Sorry, not my message spell. Minor illusion. Um, I use a series of like hand signals, like almost like signing, since it's a somatic spell that creates the actual words that goes towards to the person's ears. And
okay.
so I'm signing to him as I'm sitting there watching his performance, making eye contact, and giving the message of being tailed by 6 operatives of House Fierlin. Have you heard anything about what's going on?
This time the performance, which is they're doing like a full drum thing, like borderline circle drummer. They're very good. But like they do like completely stop their performance from it to for a moment to a few like clicks of the tongues from some people who were watching. And like they kind of squint and sign back Indigo.
Yes.
Return to the shadows to meet with the Viceroy at once. Like
Oh, yeah.
they look nervous about like having you there and look
Oh
around
boy.
and pick up their
Oh
drums and
boy. Chickens came home to roost real quick.
It did come home to roost. All right. Well, I'm already near it. I guess I take myself to the shadows.
okay, okay. Let's
We
see.
didn't need this today. We got so much going on. Like
Yeah, we have a lot going on.
we have so many quests, bro. Why do you gotta bring this into my life right now?
No, I gotta make a power grab.
Gotta make a power grab.
Listen. You regret 100% of the shots you don't take.
You read all
Be hard Oswald said that.
Well, your shot just landed right in your fucking foot.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
originally,
We'll see.
yeah, I was trying to take the nails out. I was trying to help the man, for God's sake. All right, but returning to the shadows is an uncomfortable affair, even without the spy stuff that you have to go through to get there. I imagine you're still pretty paranoid. Decades of training experience. Oh, I already passed that. You make it inside the shadows, but it doesn't seem terribly welcoming inside. A number of impassive faces return your greetings with only a nod or sometimes not at all. Uh, your aunt's office looks roughly the same, but she's sitting behind her desk instead of lounging on her couch. There's a small chest of polished darkwood sitting on her left. As you enter, she says, "Hello, Indigo. Please take a seat."
I take a seat, and I wordlessly wait for her to say the first thing.
So, rather late last night, I received an interesting message from Stormlord Kisris Selshadra. Uh, she informed me that she was looking forward to seeing how House Tharani was going to handle its impending criminal enterprise on the docks. Uh, you can imagine my surprise, given that up until that moment, I was unaware of Tharani making any plans like that. This seems a touch out of character, I thought. Then she informed me that one of my favorite nephews was the one who told her about all this.
Well, to be blunt, there was a situation. I needed information, and It's no excuse, but she does have a certain way of shaping her words. She's dangerous. However,
Oh, okay.
I
Go ahead.
stand behind. I stand behind what I've done. I think it's time. We have House Thorania, House Fierlin on our heels all the time, and they control the majority share of what the House of Shadows is supposed to do here in Stormreach. I saw an opportunity for us to not only advance our house, but both of our careers. And so I took it. And I don't intend to abandon my commitments. So here's what's going to happen. The group that I'm with, we will pursue the end of our original first engagement with the bilge rats. And we're going to get rid of them. And then when that happens, it is intended that House Thorani essentially takes over what their portion of the crime industry here is in Stormreach. There's going to be some changes that are going to be happening. There's going to be some people who are going to die. But I think if we play this right, we can both come out on top. And who knows, maybe one day you'll make Stormlord.
She's watching your face as you're talking. She says, "Do you realize how precarious our position in Stormreach is at this very moment? House Thorani's public face has no criminal duties or affiliations. And being frank, we don't do that kind of crime. Entertainment, information brokering, assassination, espionage. Those are the roles that we fulfill in the world. If we begin dabbling in extortion, smuggling, robbery, we're going to find ourselves cast in a very different light. I already know for a fact that House Fierlin has begun reacting to this news, as I gather you noticed this morning. And they outnumber us in Stormleech very badly. Not to mention the other gangs who I'm sure the Spider has already warned about the impending new competition. While nobody liked the rats, I'd bet that at least a few of them are going to be taking a swing at whoever tries to replace them, just to get a feel for the new competitor. Simply put, House Thorani doesn't have the resources or inclination to handle managing the criminal element of the docks directly, especially with our enemies here breathing down our necks. Unfortunately, I do have a solution, and it's pretty similar to what you proposed, to both problems. The House may not have direct resources to throw at this, but we're more than just scions of the House, Indigo. Where have I? There is a group back in Corover that I believe would jump at the opportunity to take on this role. I've already reached out to them, and they'll have a ship on the way within a day, although they can't do too much until the rats are fully cleared out.
So you mean outsource?
Outsource, yeah. But frankly, who they are isn't really too much of your concern at the moment. Compartmentalization, I understand. I'm trying to make sure there's no issues from multiple ways. As for the other solution, I needed a way to keep Fjarlin from restarting the Shadow Schism, which they were quite willing to do. There has to be evidence that this isn't an elaborate Thorani plot to take over Zendrik's criminal underworld. Even if you're not wrong that would be helpful. It's really not something that I'm interested in taking us on directly. I've got to make it clear that I didn't order any of this beforehand. And that's where you come in, dear nephew. I'm going to be declaring that this was the actions of a promising but misguided agent. Take a look in the chest next to your seat.
Mage Hand, I open it.
Okay. Inside, there is a row of platinum coins. That's 200 platinum dragons. Consider it a stipend. Because I'm going to excoriate you. Before you say
Excoriate.
excoriate, yeah, I'm going to excoriate you. Before you say anything, I want you to know that this is a temporary measure to save the lives of, well, the rest of the Enclave here in Stormreach. This is not a conflict that we can win at the moment. You will, of course, be brought back into the fold after a short period, decade or so.
Counteroffer. I'll take this. I'm sure you heard already about the clearing of the Fury in Danel's path. Danel's pride, and the Syrian refugees. They're going to start a new colony in Mishann. I'll take this. I'll keep out of your hair. You can repair whatever damages I've caused. But I want to open up my own House of Shadows.
Well, that's that does go pretty well with something I was thinking about. Before I officially had ties, I did want to say that you, if you were to come back after this trial period or cooling down period, we'll call it what it is. And if you were to come back having developed valuable ties and perhaps even a stronghold within Mishann settlement, nothing officially connected to Thorani, of course, at least up until then, my choice for successor as Viceroy would be very much simplified.
Well, sounds like we're in agreement.
I think we are. It's not often I shake hands with someone before this. And
One
yeah,
last drink.
why not? And she actually pours you a drink from her collection of wines from the northern parts of Lazahar, and both of you share a toast.
To being a victim of your own ambitions.
Think of it, you know what? To new opportunities. We'll call it that.
A killer.
And
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean,
No, like I literally like the noise. I just oh.
I do have
Ooh.
your
Yeah,
statted if
man.
you
I
want to go
really
that way.
want another fucking house in my city. Yeah, man.
No.
They
This
won't
was
be.
Oh.
It's unofficial. But yeah, she
I mean, if you're already feeling like the character is burned, you just want to try another one immediately. I mean, it's not a bad way to go out.
I mean, it's not though. Like this isn't. This is a like technically it's a demotion, but it's also like you're not wrong. We can use this, but you know you're a hero, but you have to go type thing. Um,
He's the
so
fall guy.
yeah, I mean they
well, I
needed
mean, I
one to.
did it.
I mean, yeah, but I understand the reasoning, but yeah, she has no other options here. She's looking at something she knows she's gonna lose. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I say,
yeah.
to
Good.
be clear, I need to tie up my business here in town first. That is, finish what we started with the Bilge Rat, so you don't inherit Thrainish.
Oh no, stay in Stormreach as long as you need to. But keep in mind, house resources will be closed to you for, as I said, it's probably not going to take too long, maybe a decade, maybe two, but I can probably get it down to a decade.
That's fair. Well,
And
see you in a couple of days, cousin.
she says, I will see you in the future, nephew. Which does indicate that, you know, house ties may be severed. She's still keeping the family ties thing, which is odd. And with that, after a drink, and she actually gives you the bottle along with the little box of coins, you are outside of the shadows, no longer welcome or acknowledged by your house, or technically any others once the word gets sent around. House services are closed to you. And but you do have 2,000 gold, or at least the equivalent of it, and this kick-ass bottle of wine. So who's the real winner? Uh,
Um,
well,
yeah. All right.
yeah.
It's back to my inventory.
And
You drink it.
I don't know.
Uh,
I mean, you did have drinks from it already, so if it's poisoned, like, that would have been a very strange moment. It's like they're kind
No,
of
it's-
burying the
I'm
lead.
I'm not putting this house behind him to have like those like Chinese assassin teapots.
That's fair, yeah, maybe. Could be that. That would be new. But
Well, also it's
anyways,
depreciating now that it's been opened.
that's fair. That's fair.
by the
Something
second.
to share tonight, yeah. Or you could just guzzle it as you go down the street. You're no longer a company man. It's up to you.
Say to myself, walking out, I should have killed him.
That's fair.
And I head back
Honestly,
to meet at the house.
I can't tell you how many times I've thought that to myself as from when I'm walking away from any life problems. But yeah. So yeah, you are in the city. It's a new day. The party got some info. You got some info. And what would you
So
guys like to
technically, I don't have to complete the contract on Eston
Nope.
now, do I?
Not for a decade at least. Yeah, it's like, on the upside you got fired. On the downside you got fired. Upside you don't have to, worry about what is it?
You don't have to come
Uh,
into work anymore.
Well, no, what was the thing from The Office? THA reports or something? You don't have to worry about paperwork or completing contracts anymore. So now it's just for the
You
love
don't
of
have to
the
go
game.
kill Eston.
Yeah. You
I'm
could
still gonna go
still
kill
like
Eston.
yeah,
Still
yeah, I
gonna
was gonna say you still could do it, but you don't have to.
It's really
Now
a
you-
matter of like professional pride at that point.
That's fair. Yeah.
Now you just use the extra time to destroy the city of Eston.
I think it's pretty on there. I think it might already be a little rough, but
Yeah,
it's
that's what makes it so doable in only 10 years.
it's in the Mournlands, man. I think it's about as destroyed as you're gonna get. But um, yeah. You could go back and rejoin the party. You could hang out.
I'm going to I'm gonna on my way back. I'm gonna look for like a vendor. I've been wanting. I think I've had my eye on like a magic bow for some period of time, and before I leave, because I don't know what Mishann's infrastructure is like, if any.
That's
But
fair.
yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
want
It's
to
okay.
try to find.
We
a
have
magical-
banks.
True.
That's true. True.
We have a bank.
A bank.
Oh, see, so on there clearly is the land of enlightenment.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
compared to the Mishann colony that's existed for like a year. Yes.
2 years.
They
Yeah.
have more
2
banks
years,
than
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, 2
Yeah.
years. Sorry, we're falling behind.
Magic
Yeah.
bow. Magic bow. Let me look that up. Okay. Uncommon. Here we go. You know what? Honestly, give me a persuasion roll with advantage because you probably look a little down and out at the moment. I feel like that might
Yeah.
help.
Okay.
You got a bottle of wine and a box of money. 15. Yeah, they're willing to knock some coin off it. Pretty
You can
skilled.
save on shipping by delivering it yourself.
That is not true. But you can knock we'll say 40 gold off the price. So it's
Okay.
460. 460 gold.
Yeah, we'll do that. Is it just +1, or is there like any sort of
Unless I mean it's just a +1 unless you want something different.
what's the market look like?
Market
Is there-
looks like if you have a specific item, mention it to me. But other than that, I'm not gonna try and
Okay,
immediately come up with stuff.
I absolutely hate looking for magic items as DM. So
It's not even a hate. I'm just incompetent at it. So you just have something
Yeah.
in mind typically, or sometimes I have a list, but I never end up using them. So
And also, for whatever reason, 5th edition is extremely light on magical bows. So
I'm
It's
very
extremely
aware.
light on a lot of things.
I'm very aware of that. If you can come up with something that's like semi-balanced and of a area you can afford, we can retcon that and you can buy something cooler.
Alright.
But right now we'll
I'll,
just say
I'll-
+1.
all right. I'll go ahead and drop the money, and we'll figure the details out later.
Sound good. Sound good.
400, you said?
460 with the 40 gold discount because I think I've seen you performing before. You all right, lad? You know what? Here, I'll give you a little bit of a discount.
Thanks.
Luckily, this is not a house-affiliated business.
How was
It
he gonna
does
get
have
that
a
boat?
house license, but it doesn't have an affiliation direct. So.
Boy, excoriated. Who would have thought? I go and meet up with everyone else, drinking a bottle of wine with a brand new fancy bow on my back and a chest full of money, but looking sad for some reason.
That is fair. They probably look a little. I don't know. How happy are you about this news that Balthazar just came up with? Like, Balthazar, do you share where you got it, or is it just like, guys, I got awesome news. I'm just this badass. Like, how are you playing that? Other Sam, you with us, bud?
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. Do you share how you got the information from Lord Rajan, or are you just kind of like
Well, the
playing this?
details of what I did to get it, no.
You just
I'll say,
You good?
yeah, I got it from Lord Rajan.
Ah,
Without Giotazos in the earshot.
yeah. So this is Joseph. Go train the young warrior for a bit, and and huddle
Yeah,
everyone
hey, there's
else.
some cool
Yeah.
weeaboo shit over there, man.
Yeah. Korribu. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fair enough. So
What do
yeah.
you mean you got it from Lord
I
Rajan?
hate that you just used the phrase Korribu.
I mean, what is that's not a description for Giotazos?
He in Gorvar they do such a thing.
Yeah.
Korribu. Oh my god, I get it. That's crazy.
Mine. Anyway, repeat that, please, person.
What do you mean you got this information from Lord Rajan?
Let's say it's gonna be embarrassing, but let's say he has his uses, and we do a transaction.
I'm going to need you to be more specific, Lord Hadron.
I really rather not.
Sorry, continue.
Then I like flick my eyes
It's
to the
nothing.
ring and
Yeah,
look at it for a moment.
Nothing illegal. No, nothing in the flesh market.
The way that you speak this makes me think it is illegal. Anything involving that ring is illegal.
For the fucking host's sake. I give him a night on the town and he gives me information.
And I just do like the goldfish, like, mouth.
You're
done? You happy? You happy?
No, I'm
Sure.
not happy. Why did you... Sure. Yes, I'm very happy. And thank you, Balthazar. And thank you, Lord Biapo. I need to finish scribing my spells.
I was having a good morning. Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? Yeah.
I didn't want the conversation to start like that.
But I mean, I don't know it like if this goes with Indigo's vibe, but it may be a bit of an uplifting. Like it may make you feel a little better that like your new work these friends. I don't know how you classify them yet.
Mercer
Seem
called
to
me
be yeah.
today.
Seem to be having a rough morning. Like it's like, well, I'm not the only one who's had a rough day so far.
I walk onto the ship. I throw down a a chest of and a couple pieces of platinum falls out of it. I drop the bow on the ground next to it. I sit down and I just drink straight out the bottle and like look over the edge of the ship,
Nice.
just
Is it
slouching.
is it
Friend Indigo,
fair?
you seem to be distressed.
Yeah,
You notice it's distress, but not mine.
had a rough morning.
Yours is being covered by friend Purser, friend Balthazar. Friend Indigo only just arrived.
I know I didn't ask or anything, but I probably need to go to Mishann with you guys.
Oh. Well, I am personally glad to have you aboard.
Thank you, friend Mercy.
She makes this like odd little humming noise that like it's definitely a happy noise.
Successful Windows update noise, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And she leans on the railing next to you and goes, in my experience as a combat medic, I have learned that sometimes it is better to talk about your woes so that they do not fester inside and eat at you. If you wish to speak about whatever is troubling you, I am more than willing to lend an ear. That is an organic joke. I do not actually have ears.
Uh, well, me as a person, I think I usually just write what I'm going through into songs, so I'll play it for you sometime.
I am very much looking forward to that, friend Indigo.
Is it fair to say that like Leo just kind of knows what's wrong? Because like we knew what the offer he made was. Like this doesn't feel surprising at all from an in-character standpoint, right? Like
Um,
does that seem reasonable?
I would say,
Excoriation is rare enough that it wouldn't be your first bet, I think.
yeah, that's a
Okay.
big one. It's you could assume he got chewed out or something. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, some
big
sort
that's
of
a big
penalty. I
move.
wouldn't know the details, but like they you got called into the office sort of thing. Like that much is sort of clear in
Yeah,
some
that's fair.
capacity.
That's fair.
Okay. I think Leo would just sort of um sort of pat him on the back as someone who is also like very kind of obsessed with their work, and he won't say anything really like related to it, but he'll offer some solidarity if nothing else, and he'll say, that looks like a fine bottle, my friend. Uh, please take your
The
time to enjoy it and do what you need to do.
Thanks. It's it's a good year.
He'll
In fact, I think
smile
this
at
one's
you and nod his head.
Where's this bottle from? Is it Ondarian? Is it Syrian? Is it?
That is a fair
Did I get
question. It is actually from the island of Farlin. Um, it's made from groves that are supposedly watered with blood of humanoids. That's if you really believe in like the over the top stories about the blood sale elves. But yeah, that's where that and most of your aunt's wine tastes seem to um, come from.
Yeah,
Definitely
makes
an
a lot of
exotic
sense.
brand.
You ever drank blood wine?
Have I ever had blood wine?
Yeah.
I'm asking the DM. Have I ever had blood wine?
I mean, maybe like I feel like Onderans are big enough on wine where it's like you've definitely heard of it. Like you know your
I've
wine.
attended a lot of noble parties. To
Yeah,
be
it's
fair,
exotic but not unknown.
Yeah, there
yeah,
you go.
okay,
Yeah. So maybe you know what? I'd say you probably had some and we're like, wow, that's different.
yeah.
I
Leia
pour in my
will
glass.
Leia will respond as he raises the glass and sort of he'll thank Indigo, and he'll say only on very special occasions. I suppose our work here does constitute such an occasion. He'll take a swig. It's always quite an alien experience, but not an unpleasant one. It's
Yeah.
as good a bottle as any.
That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. I'll be alright.
Indeed.
Just gonna take some getting used to.
Oh, well.
Personally, I've always found that disappointments and such are best met with earning yourself in new work.
You
Get
know,
back on the horse.
the worst part about it, I feel like I could have killed every one of them, but I chose not to. I think I'm more mad at myself because I didn't seize the opportunity.
Leo will see this. There's some trouble there because I know what that means, but Leo is there's an interpretation of that could just be like, oh, he's a serial killer, yeah. But I think he'll take it in earnest with try to read that with good intentions, and he'll just say, aye, the work left undone is always what haunts you the most. But if nothing else, at least it will be a reminder of what to do next time. It is these disappointments that allow us to improve ourselves and strive for the greatest peaks that we can reach. I hope that it will motivate you to further heights, my friend.
I take another sip and I just say the words, next time. And I just pull out a piece of paper and I start just jotting down some notes. Musical ledger.
Right on.
That seems like a really good point to end tonight's session. With
That was a great one.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
really good scene. Two people, I guess three with Mercy, like kind of worried mom hovering in the background, like looking out over the morning bay, and sharing some wine. So I will stop